Oh, hello, everybody. And welcome back! You! Yes, you, all of you, sitting right there around with everyone else, here for another adventure. But alas, the last crew that we had, unfortunately, they all died, so the only person that's left here is little me. It's okay. I have jolly tales to tell everyone regardless. Wait, no, you're telling me they're normal people? Okay. Apparently, the gentleman that's running the sound booth again, he's yes. All right, I should tell them. Okay, never mind. He said that they're fine. He just got a message in a bottle saying that the crew of the Siren Song is actually alive and well. But now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you all back to our Sunday night show, Voyage of the Siren Song, a Pathfinder adventure, one of skulls and shackles. I'm excited. I've missed everybody, and especially my crew. Well, not necessarily my crew, but the crew that we're actually here to talk about. Let's go ahead and say hello to everybody. Can we press the button thingy? Yeah, we do. You do that? Get them all on it. There they are. Hello, everybody. How is everybody? How's my crew doing?
Ahoy, mateys! How y'all
We
doing?
are
Doing good,
back.
Good.
That's dandy.
Welcome back. Everybody has returned. We're not missing anybody except for one. Azara decided she wanted to take a trip. She is down on a far other continent of South America, in the country of Colombia. That is where she has disappeared off to, searching for her own treasure as of now. She shall return sometime next week. Oh my goodness, it's so good to be back. It's been since what? Christmas, right before Christmas time, since we all graced everybody with our stories and our presents. Well, presents at Christmas, right? That's correct. That sounds about right. But welcome, everybody. Philip Rossi, how are you doing? Welcome back, my friend, Captain Scheiss Heisenberg. I'm going to throw it to you as our captain. Say hello. Tell everybody what you've been up to for a little bit, and how. And I want you to tell me one thing that you remember from our last journey that we all took together last month before we throw out to the rest of our audience our fun tales of what everybody was up to the last time, in case they missed it.
Well, hey everybody. Very excited to be back. What have I been up to? I've literally been sitting in my closet waiting for the show to come back. Sat here for the last 2 months. Just in the dark. Didn't even turn on my light. Just sat in front of my green screen and pouted. So I'm excited to get going. What do I remember? I remember that we had pulled in to a cove that we thought treasure is the first step to find some treasure. And there have been rumors that something big and scary was there, but we looked around, didn't find anything. But as the lights were dimming for the day, we were warned not to go out because there's a ghost ship waiting for us somewhere. We stayed inside the bay where we had shelter, but something big and scary from above yoinked me and Aradia, and I believe that's where we left off. That's my memory.
Captain has been yoinked, ladies and gentlemen, yoinked up to the heights of the top of the ship. All right, Captain, please address your next crew member who shall regale us with their adventures of nowadays, present day.
Well, I think we'll keep it simple and go right on down to Mr. Eek, Mr. Dustin Zaney.
Hey, everybody. So, yeah, I'm Dustin Zaney, also known as Eek. I don't remember much because, I was blowing stuff up. I was drinking a lot of rum. After seeing some weird stuff back at the tower, when we faced like a half dead but come back to life kind of woman that was just really scary. Killed me with a touch, and just decided from there on out it'd be safer I just kept drinking. So we were going to this island that we thinking has treasure, and then something attacked us. I'm excited but scared to find out what. So I'm going to see if some of my more sober companions remember. So I'm going to hand it over to Miss Windy right over there.
Oh, I got it.
There you go.
Thank you, Dustin. Hi, everyone. I'm Wendy Lee Zaney, and tonight I am playing Aradia. She is a witch with her super cute companion, the one and only Taco. Oh, no! Wait. Taco's a little transparent. Taco! Taco. And I feel like the captain and Eek did a really good job summing up what we've been to last. So while Aradia is, I'm assuming, in the tentacles of this sea monster, she is thinking, gosh, I wish we actually had time for an actual wedding ceremony for Azara and the Lady of the Rock.
All right.
She would have campaigned very hard to be her maid of honor. She had a couple of ideas for dresses and other party favors and things. So, yes, Eek.
And Lockhart can be the ring bearer.
Great idea. And Aradia will write that down in her notebook. And then while I have everybody, I just want to say thank you to What Would Scooby Do for subscribing with Prime, and of course everybody for being here tonight.
Ooh, thank you.
And
What
with
would
that-
Scooby-Doo do?
Yay.
What would Scooby-Doo do? And also Slitless said, these are imposters, a bunch of them. And I'm going to pass that over to our tiefling, James Chu.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is James Chu. I play Lockhart, the Redskin Raven. Lockhart doesn't have memory of everything past him seeing Azara get married. It is a blank, black abyss that he is currently trying to deal with. Has no memory, is just waking up to the sight of this happening, and he might just drown himself. We'll see.
Heartbroken.
Oh, sorry. I will pass this off.
Thank you very much. Yes, my name is Brent, and I am Bennett Ishmael. And the last thing, well, one of the things that he remembers is he finally got his pistol together. So now I can shoot things, and I'm kind of excited. We'll see when and where that gets whipped out, but I'm excited to give it a try one of these times. But yeah, I do remember the Cove captain and Aradia getting yanked up into the air, and that's how it ended. So I'm a little concerned, but I think we'll be okay. So yeah.
I have a question for James too. Did you cast Reduce Person on yourself? You seem a lot smaller than everybody else on the screen.
Emotionally,
The weight
yes.
of no.
Emotional reduced person.
I will say, if anyone's looking for that moment, I did clip it, so it is on the channel here. I
just have it on
look for it.
over and over and over again.
That was the best. Well, before we regale into our adventures of what did happen the last time, let's hear from our crew that watches all of us. So all of us are going to do a little something fun that we like to call reading comments. And guys, this is at the same time I'm gonna count to three. We go 1, 2, 3. We read comments. Ready? 1, 2, 3. We read comments. Yeah, there we go. Good pirate crew. And I want to hop on.
I feel like that was terrible.
We'll get there.
Someone kind of changed the pace on us.
Yeah.
When someone says, "Okay, 1, 2, 3," you don't go 1, 2, 3.
That's pirate's life for us, ladies and gentlemen. I actually want to hop on to one from Lucas really quick. He says, I hear they're having Diana's character on her honeymoon to explain her absence.
That's fun.
Sorry, just looking through them real quick. Hang on.
Oh yeah.
Who was saying kill the squid? Is it a squid? Stardew is chanting in the chat. Kill the squid. Kill the squid. Kill the squid.
I think they're talking about the squid thing that's attacking us.
Yeah, and I agree. Let's kill it.
But it's a plat thing. I'm just gonna be.
Plant
I'm just gonna
squid.
do what I do best, which is throw a bunch of bombs.
And make a calamari for dinner. For dinner. Ooh,
Ooh, Fish Guts has
It's
got
nice.
some calamari
fish
coming for dinner.
guts.
Mhm.
It is nighttime.
Oh, and of course, what would
Uh.
Scooby Doo do? We have saying, "Don't give in to despair, Lockhart. You're redder than that."
Thanks.
That's good. That's
It's gonna be a short episode for me. Lockhart died.
Oh no.
Well, according to this comment here, it says that you're rolling a new character because you're bringing yourself to death. So what are you rolling up, Joe?
Okay.
Now, what's your new character going to be like, James Chu?
That will be. I already have it planned, but I need us to get to at least 10th level. So
10th level.
once
You
we
can
get to
only roll
there,
up a 10th level character.
then Lockhart could die. I just
Then
need
he's
got
us
it
to
planned
get there
out.
more broken.
first.
It's okay.
Got it
You guys
planned
are
out.
level 6. You got tons of time for it.
I'm
And
very
then
fond
John,
of you.
and then John giving Wendy you some props. He wants to recognize you for legit use of mechanical pencil technology.
Shoot, I
Nice
need a
done.
pencil.
Nice done. Mechanical pencils here on the Siren Song, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, all right. Enough about talking with the likes of all of you, as well too, you landlubbers. It's time for us to get back into our story of the Voyage of the Siren Song, where we left off last season, our very first season, when you were all introduced. The Voyage, or the crew of the Siren Song, they were being run out of town on an island. Nobody really knows why. They left some wares behind, some things that probably could have helped them in future episodes. But on their journeys to find another port of harbor, they learned about Tidewater Rock, and on their way there, they were beset upon. They found a ship that looked like it had been blown up. It wasn't by Eek. This explosion was not any of Eek's doing. But there was a ship that had an explosion had happened. They went to investigate, attacked by some Sawagan on it. Just, very dangerous looking creatures that come out of the water. Of course, made off with them. They got some good loot. Continued their way onto Tidewater Rock when they met the Lady of the Rock, finding out that it is a great place with trade routes within all the Fever Sea and amongst the shackles as well too. They were there speaking with the lady, trying to come up with a good plan of working together when the tower itself, when Tidewater Rock was beset upon pirates. No, not the crew that we're with right now, but a different set of pirates, led by one other than a lady by the name of Inkskin, which ended up, she had her crew attacking the tower, some of the other crew going back and attacking the Siren Song. And the captain and his crew, decided to leave the tower to go help their people. All in all, Lady Inkskin flew up to the top, starting to blow holes upon the Siren Song deck with bombs that Eek left at the very top of the tower. But Eek and Captain made their way back up, and within an aerial batter took her down as she fell down. As soon as she was thought dead, the captain wanted everyone to return to the ship so they could go after her own ship as it decided to flee from this mist that had rolled into the cove of Tidewater Rock. And in doing so, Eek was left behind because he wanted to get his hands on whatever this lady had. Well, his hands upon her he did lay, because she sucked all of his energy away from him. He unfortunately was not able to join the crew. Lockhart was still back on the shore. Found poor little Eek, set up a flare, bringing the captain back. But in turn, one of their crewmates as well too, Contrabar Shortstone, the little gnome that sits upon the crow's nest, saying that he will be more than happy that he can go and follow the ship wherever it might be and see if he can tell the captain the whereabouts. Give him a couple days. They can actually make their way to finding out what happened to the remainder of this crew that attacked Tidewater and the Siren Song. So they all turn around and go back. They start healing up Eek. They find out that this woman is still alive somehow. And she takes Heartwall away from Lockhart. Sucks the energy, sucks his soul right out of the sword and into a tattoo on her body. But after some talk and everything, they cut off her head, and the radio was able to get Heartwall into her hand, and there was a very beautiful moment between the two of them holding hands, and the energies of Heartwall transferred back into his sword.
Immediately crushed by the next events.
immediately crushed by the next
A
fence.
beautiful moment. Immediately just kicked the chair from under my feet. I mean, Lockhart's feet, not mine. Why would I take this personally? Sorry, go ahead.
That's right. That's right. They knew that
Highest highs and the lowest lows.
the crushing moment was when they realized that they were a day behind this other crew and they didn't know what happened. But then something beautiful happened. Well, too. Zara was proposed to by the Lady of the Rock, and she gladly accepted. She now technically is part owner of Tidewater Rock. And so with her and her now wife, and everyone thought it was a beautiful ceremony, the one person that it deeply, fortunately, did not touch was Lockhart. Very upset by the whole moment. You can definitely see a clipping of that somewhere upon our site. And his screaming of his happiness of, no, I'm so excited! But they went upon their way. On their way to this Manchester Cove to find treasure, they, in the distance, they saw a ship. In the distance that disappeared. The following night, it came back in the whole rush of fog, and they found out that it was a ghost ship, led by none other than Whalebone Pike. And they knew the stories that on the third night they would be dragged down to the depths of hell. They did not find refuge soon. And that they did. They made it over to Manchester Cove, when in time as well too Shortstone made it back to the ship to let all of you know that Inkheart's crew, their ship had been destroyed by a group of Sahuagin, and they were able to flee to one of the smaller chains of Manchester Cove. But all of you decided to take shelter within the cove itself. A giant canopy of leaves over your head. You all put out candles upon planks of driftwood, putting it out into the middle of this cove to see if anything arrived. And as you're all standing there waiting, Captain hears the shudder of the wheel, knowing full well that they're dismantling the rudder down below. As everybody's prepped, waiting for an attack, the Radia and the captain feel something go across their stomachs as they look down, and it looks like this giant vine has come to life from this overhang of vines that completely envelop the rooftop, almost make the roof of this cove, start lifting them up into the vine stalks. As some of the vines move out of the way, a giant beak opens up, and you hear this loud "Ah!" as our camera goes right down into the mouth of this creature. Captain, been a couple days that after leaving Tidewater Rock, your first mate is now married as well too. You're on your way to you were on your way to Manchester Cove. What were you thinking in this time, Captain? I mean, granted, after what happened at Tidewater Rock, you wanted to go pursue the rest of this crew that attacked your ship. What else was going through your mind when all of this happened, Captain?
I was thinking about how far we've come in such a short time. You know, less than 2 months ago, we were shanghaied, basically slaves on a pirate ship, and now I am the captain of a ship with the best friends I've ever had crewing it. And my first mate is married. He can fly. Bennett has knives. You know, just a lot has changed. And just thinking maybe we finally were making progress. And that was before it turns out there was a ghost ship and we're being hunted, and it just it's out of the frying pan into the deep fryer over here. And yeah.
Captain, as you're standing there and you have your crew set and ready to go, give me a perception check really quick, please.
That is a 24.
Excellent. As you're looking over your crew, as before all of this actually happens, you're standing up by the wheel, now making sure that everything's safe. One thing that you do notice is that some of the candles that you had lit on the planks, you had noticed that a couple of them had gone out. You noticed that the wheel had started shaking a little bit because you could tell that something was happening with the rudder. And also almost down in the distance, you see a couple of heads poke up from the water. Sawagan fins. But also right behind them as well, 2 larger fins that you also know as hammerhead sharks. So you do know that this water currently right now is infested. It is dark. It is creepified. And as you're standing there and you're looking at Aradia, you're almost reminded, as you said, of how far all of you have come. You see the look in her face as she is ready for anything that is about to happen. You all have been in these situations before. You feel something slimy creep around your stomach as you're lifted up off the deck. You start to look up, and maybe about 50 feet from above where you are, you just see this mass of leaves starting to move. I need everybody to roll me some initiative, please.
Oh boy.
As we're getting right.
Starting out with a bang.
Right
Into
into it.
this.
Didn't even have time to warm up the dice. Let's go, Taco.
No, well, you better warm up your dice after you roll your initiative, so then I know things.
It's not great.
Wait, I need to roll initiative. Hold on a second. All right, give me some numbers here. Eek, what you got?
12.
12, Captain.
18.
Teen, Aradia.
Can you come back to me? Oh, wait. Initiative is perception? No, it's, oh god.
It's initiative.
What?
11.
It's dexterity.
11. Oh, yummy. Bennett, what you got?
11.
11 as well. Ooh, who has the higher dex between Aradia and Bennett?
Probably Bennett. Oh, it's
2.
the same. Rollies?
Olaf! Our first roll-off of the season!
Rollies! 1, 2, 3.
Roll.
17.
You win. I got an 11. You go.
I also got an 11, but I go first because I have a dex of +4.
I go first because I have.
Sorry.
Excellent, James. True
He's the
impression.
heavy hitter.
Thank you.
Wait, I need to know mine. Okay. Ooh.
I should have did this. I go first.
Oh, it's better.
Who
It keeps
goes
getting better.
first?
And he missed it. He missed
I
my
will
spot
leave
on.
right now. I don't have to play with you guys.
You guys.
All righty, ladies and gentlemen. Now, as all of you know as well, too,
Hopefully
we've got a bunch of those popping up on our screen as well. Two ways that you can also help out or hinder our players if you so desire. We've got golden coins for $5. You can give them a +1, -1. You can be like, "Hey, Aradia's about to die. I could give her a +1, and maybe her save will be a little bit better." Or she could also use that to be like, "No, Adam, I don't want you to have an easier time at attacking me. Take a -1." So it can be a +1 to any roll that they want, or a -1 to give to somebody else. For $10, you can give our players a platinum piece. A platinum piece gives them, essentially, a hero dice. So they can have a completely new reroll. Completely new. Totally new.
Wow.
Somewhat new. Maybe new. One time. You get to use it one time. If you have 3 of them, you only get to use 1 at a time. Our next one up is some pirates' booty. You can donate to have our crew find some magical fun treasure in their time of need. You could even donate $30 to get a little bit of some wild magic, or you could donate for our good one, I always call it the good bad table, but it's pieces of 8, and good things or bad things can come out of that. So please, if you want to help anybody out, you may. And at the start of initiative, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I get to go first. Ooh. Oh, sweet, sweet me. Oh, sweet, sweet me. I absolutely love it. As you, Captain and Aradia, you feel yourselves being pulled up. But the thing that's actually happening is this vine that is creeping around. You feel almost like these tiny little barbs hook into your stomachs as both of you feel some of your life force start to be drained just a little bit. As Aradia, you're going to get drained for 1 point of damage and 1 point of strength damage. Captain is going to be sucked in for 2 points of damage and 1 point of strength damage, as both of you are just starting to be lifted up off the deck of the ship, maybe about 20 feet up, closer to the
Question
escaping
for the DM,
mob.
does that mean my
Yes.
strength score is lowered by 1?
Your strength score is lowered by 1. Yes, that is correct. Mhm.
Oh,
Glad I got
Well,
another character prepped, y'all.
I'm coming back as a
She's
very
ready.
young man. Quite a
All right. That will then take us
Alright.
over to Captain. Captain, it is now your turn. You're being lifted up off the deck of the ship towards this gaping maw. It's very difficult to see. It is dark out, but there were some fire, like candles that were lit, and I do believe there were some braziers that were lit or lanterns lit on the Siren song
That's
as well
true.
too, so you could all see. So you definitely can see this creature that you are getting closer to. It is your turn, Captain.
How far away are how far up off the deck are we?
You are about 30 feet off the deck, about another 40 feet away from this gaping maw that is coming towards you, or that you are actually being pulled toward.
And where's the rest of the crew right now?
Rest of the crew.
The
So
officers, rather.
So the officers, all the officers were placed upon the main deck. Everybody else, I do believe it was Bennett that had said everybody else should be waiting below decks just in case there's an attack from the Sawagan. So the rest of the crew is waiting below decks. Officers are all on the main deck.
Okay. And how far is it to everybody else?
To everybody else, about between 35 to 40 feet. Just because the two of you were lifted, you were standing next to each other, next to the wheel. The rest of them were spread out on the deck lower than the stern castle.
All right. Well, that is enough. Just barely enough where I can, as I get lifted off the deck, I will turn, knowing that this is a bad situation. Definitely bad. This is not Scheiss Heisenberg's strong suit. So Opharts, oh no, I'm going to cast haste on the rest of the officers. I think. Let me see here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to be haste on everyone, including myself here.
Hasting upon yourself. Your hands are free, so you are able to cast it. All this thing did grab just around your waist. So your hands are free in order to cast your spell. So Captain has hastified everybody. You don't really have a movement, Captain, so if there's anything else you can do, not your turn anymore.
Okay.
Right, moving on over to Mr. Eek. Mr. Eek, you look over and you see the Captain and Aradia start being lifted up towards the canopy above the ship.
All right. Well, I'm gonna do what I do best and load up a bomb into my crossbow, and I'm going to deliberately aim 10 feet below on whatever this vine tentacle thingy is, and I'm going to shoot 10 feet below Aradia, unless there just happens to be a point where the vines happen to cross 10 feet below, and I can hit both the vine that's holding Aradia and the captain, if the luck happens to be with me.
You're trying to hit the vines that have a hold of them?
Yes.
You're essentially trying. Okay, so they're being lifted up. So there are vines that are hanging down with them, lifting them upwards. So you're trying to aim at one of these tentacles, correct?
Well, listen. Actually, secondhand, did you mention that we saw like a head? Did we see a head?
You guys are a little bit farther away from it. You can see some rustling up in like this giant clump of vines and everything. You did hear this giant like screech that happened, but unfortunately cannot quite see what it is.
Ah, damn it. And I'm okay. Well, would that
but you can shoot?
Be about
you can shoot at the
feet away
vine
from me?
It would. I mean, it would be up in this cluster of vines that you saw.
I am shooting at the cluster of vines.
Shooting at the cluster of the vines, which is almost straight up. So let's hope you don't roll bad and the bomb comes back down directly onto the ship.
That's cock. Now, son of a... Okay, you know what? That dice doesn't like me. It bounced out of it.
You're just rolling it like 5 times to see if you roll a good number?
You just didn't like
No.
what you rolled.
First one was cocked. Second one bounced out. So now I'm using a different die. Okay, so listen. That is a 15.
A 15. You sit there like it's there's so much happening up in there. You shoot, and you're not aiming quite at the right angle. Your bomb actually sails up and over the side of the ship. You hear it land into the water. You hear an explosion as your bomb goes off into the water. Do you want to move anywhere, Eve?
Okay. Yes, I want to see if I can take cover from these tentacly viney thingies. I want to like run and like hide.
I mean, there's everything on the top of the ship. You've got crates and barrels. You can try to dive into the captain's quarters. You can head back downstairs with the rest of the crew.
Ooh, actually, yeah, right by the stairs. I want to kind of like, if the captain, well, actually, no, stairs, captain's quarters.
You see Eek like shoot, and he slides into the captain's quarters. Excellent. Right underneath. Takes us over to Lockhart.
Okay. First, I would like to do a knowledge check as a free action.
Knowledge check. Yes, you may.
I have all the knowledges.
Yes, you have all the knowledges.
Maybe like a weakness.
All the knowledge.
Yes. Give me a knowledge nature.
Okay. It's not great. It's a 21.
A 21's not too bad. Actually, I will give you what it is and one other piece of information, if you so desire.
I would like to know if it's weak to anything.
It is weak to anything, of course. As you're looking up at this Lockhart, you've heard of Canopy Creepers before. What they are massive vines, almost like, think of the jellyfish of the tops of the trees. They very squishy with their internal organs and everything, but they are able to control other vines as well too, if their body is incorporated into the vine network. They are able to drain you of health and also of your strength. You do know that their jaws do a whopping damage. That pirates that have ever come in contact with any of these before have lost digits to them before. Not quite as big as a kraken, but definitely bigger than a squid. These things can definitely be dangerous. You don't really know. You do know that the one weakness that this thing does have is against cold.
Okay.
Not coal. Cold.
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 Okay. Is there any part that I can get to and reach?
No. You could try to start climbing up to like the crow's nest to get to it. If you actually get up to the crow's nest, you would be able to possibly attack it because the canopy itself is maybe about 5 to 8 feet above the top of the crow's nest. That seems where looks like where the tentacles are taking the captain and really up to at this time.
Okay. Is it within 70 feet of me?
It is. It is with the mass itself is about 80 feet above you. The vines that are holding Aradia and the captain are definitely within 70. They're maybe about 40 feet away from him.
So Lockhart's gonna reach down to his neck, and looking down, it is a bunch of like rubies that look like they slowly get smaller as they wrap around his neck. He's going to pop one of the second largest ones and chuck it. And as soon as it leaves his hand, it erupts into a giant fireball, like as it sends its way up. And I'm going to use one of my 66 for fireball.
Ooh, 66. Necklace of fire. I forgot you had that damn thing. I blasted you. Yes, fire. The necklace of fireballs, ladies and gentlemen. Lockhart. Using it for the very first time.
And then, so it's not a to hit, it's a reflex save.
Oh, yes, reflex save on my end. Let me see how well I do. That's a leanie. That's not great. I think against you, a 19.
That is going to pass, so it's for half. Hold on.
Good. I thought yours was a little bit better than that. That's okay with me.
It's going to be 12 fire damage.
12 fire damage. As this fight, you all look up and you see this bee just explode as it hits the tentacles from Aradia and the captain. You see that these vines, it looks like it barely did anything to it. A couple little singed leaves.
Okay. And then I'm going to use my move action to try to climb.
Start climbing. Yeah, give me a climb check, please.
Okay. Oh, that's not good. Oh, okay. 18.
18. No, totally fine. You find yourself hopping over. Whoop, you start making your way up. Yeah, you get up about 20 feet. Actually,
Perfect.
no. Yeah.
As I'm climbing, I will let the group know that its weakness is cold. Just as like cursory information.
Nice.
Excellent.
So why are you shooting a fireball at it, Lockhart?
That's the exact opposite of what I do.
Valid question.
I'm not even going to dignify that with a response.
Bennett, to you. You see Lockhart start climbing. Eek takes a shot. Captain and a radio.
And it's like it's really far away, right? Like how
the
close is the thing?
So the thing is about 80 feet above the ship. Because it's coming
Dang,
out
okay.
of the vines that are up there. But the captain and radio are about 40 feet away from you being hoisted up to the mass of whatever this thing is.
Okay. And another question: how, with like ranged attack stuff, how does that work if it's beyond the range that it has? How does
I
that
believe
affect
it's a
it?
-2 every range increment afterwards.
Yes.
So,
however,
Yeah,
Ugh.
go ahead.
Yeah.
Adam, sorry.
However far that you have, whatever your range is on a ranged weapon. For example, you have something that can shoot like 30 feet. If you want to go 40 feet, you're just going to take an additional minus per 10 feet past that.
And is there a point where it is like you can't hit it? Like, is there a maximum range? I guess is what I'm saying.
I mean,
Yeah, it would be your
yeah.
basic. Like it would. Yeah, like if you did 600 feet away, there'd be so many minuses that you wouldn't possibly be able to hit it. So it just
Fair
breaks
enough,
down
okay.
to like your math.
Gotcha. Okay, so the thing is
Like
80 feet away.
Yeah. How? Okay. How much?
There are the vines though. The vines are 40 feet from you.
Sure. There are also vines. I had one more question. After our ship got its butt kicked for a long time, are the ballistas still workable?
Oh yeah, your ballistas are fine. Your ballistas actually
didn't get
didn't
messed
get
up,
hurt
okay.
at all. No, there's just a
Okay.
hole in the middle of the top deck, and the ladder, the stairs leading up to the stern castle were destroyed. Not
Okay. All right. I'm going to very hastily run to the ballista and try to get there.
Sure.
I don't know what
Start.
I don't know what's in between me and there that I have to figure out, but
Yeah, I'll say easiest one for you to get to would be the one that is on the front part of the ship. You can start heading up there, and I'll even say you can move. You can at least grab a ballista and at least start loading it with your hasted action. Sure. Aradia.
yes, I will do that.
Would I have heard? I would have heard Lockhart.
Yes,
Captain
yes, he
heard
shouted
it.
at you.
I'm gonna say I heard it.
Yep, you're fine. Just Bennett just has to roll a perception check, see if he heard it.
Yep. I didn't hear a thing.
If I am grappled, can I still use a spell?
You can, because spells, it would be a lot harder for you if you have any spells that require you to use your hands. Your hands are not like down to your side right now.
Okay, so I can still touch the creature.
Yeah, I mean the thing's holding on to you. You can definitely touch the tentacle
Okay.
if you want to.
I will touch the tentacle with a chill touch, level 1. You'll see Aradia's fingers grow an icy blue. It's kind of frost over, almost looks like frostbitten as she sinks her fingertips onto the tentacle. And I will need the creature to make a fortitude save.
Fortitude save. Yeah, I can
See
do
if-
that. Ho! That is going to be a natural 20.
Okay, then.
32. Ooh, my dice are
Nothing
rolling.
happens.
Nothing happens.
Nothing
Don't take half
happens.
damage at
Nothing
all.
happens.
Ooh, fingers glowing, and this thing is hungry. This thing is hungry.
Oh, wait.
Ready for what? You sure?
Oh, I think I still do damage. You just don't take the 1 point of strength damage.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Okay, yeah, I would probably
So
assume
then
it's
I
probably
will
half.
still roll. I'll still roll my 1d6 of damage, and that is. Oh my god! I rolled a 1.
Oh
So 1 point. You
As
do
she's-
that. Yeah. Go
As
ahead,
she
go ahead.
sinks her fingertips in, she's kind of having conflicted thoughts because she saw Lockhart use fire, and he's telling her to use ice, so her concentration's a little off. She's like, but you just used fire?
Sure.
And yet
Blame
he's done the most
Lockhart.
damage out of any
Blame
of us.
Lockhart. like
that's
1
a
point
break
of
now, right?
damage.
1 point of damage. But as you do that, you see that like the vine itself kind of like starts splintering just a little bit because you did hear him say it is weak to cold. So you did do some extra damage to this thing. Not quite sure how much, but with that 1 point, probably not that much. As all of this is happening as well too, you just hear from down below here, "Hey, Captain, shall we come up and help?"
Yes! Help right now!
Let's go! And you guys just see like the rest of the crew just like start rushing like up onto the deck, and they're all just like, "What? Captain, what are you doing up there? Let's go!" And you guys look over, and Lockhart, you see the brothers like start hopping up onto the ropes to like start climbing up to try to help you out as well too. Not able to move as fast as you guys currently right now. But everybody else, you see Kitty. She draws a bow, takes a shot, goes wide, and just misses. It's very hard to hit. Everybody's having a very difficult time seeing right now. Only because there's some slishing and slashing going on in the water. It is now my turn. Captain and Aradia, you feel these teeth sink into you a little bit more. Aradia, you're going to take 4 points of regular damage, 1 more point of strength damage. Captain, 4 points of regular damage, another point of strength damage as well, too, as you're both starting to get lifted up farther into the tree. You're about 20 feet away from this giant maw as it's just like screeching out at all of you. Captain, it is now your turn. Captain, give me another perception roll before you take your turn, please.
And that is an 11.
11. Yeah, there's so much happening. Like you're getting closer to this thing. You look down, you see like Lockhart and the brothers are like hopping on the ropes trying to get up to you guys. You see everybody else has made their way out onto the deck. Everybody is there, but it's your turn.
Okay. I also would like to see if I know anything about this.
Yeah, give me I'll take a knowledge nature check.
That is a 14.
14. No, pretty much enough to know that the stories that you've heard, this is a Canopy Creeper, lives within giant masses of vines, and it can control vines as well too. And there have been pirates killed by these things in the past. You know, it's got a nasty bite, and as you can tell too, it's sucking away your strength.
Yep. Oh no. Well, I can't do a lot right now, so I'll do about the only thing I can do, which is so terrible. I'm gonna release my staff, and it will hurl up and smack itself against the creature, and then fly back to my hand.
Sure. Give me an attack roll, Captain.
Yeah. Not bad. 17.
17. Like you see your staff like hurl up, but it just like gets batted away by like these other vines as it just comes flying right back to your hand. You are hasted. You could try to hit it again if you want to.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna try. I'm not gonna do much better than that. Oh, it's a nat 20.
Oh!
Captain!
Oh boy, Captain, bringing it hard. Captain, bringing it hard.
Right.
Give me some damage, Captain.
Yeah. Get that 2 damage.
Yeah. So, Wendy Luzani special right here.
Yes, 1 point of damage.
Yeah.
We're doing great,
between the two
Captain.
of us.
Squishies.
Yeah, like it.
That's
It hits the
2
beak.
points for the critical hit. Boing.
So you hear just like it crack off the beak like a little bit, but it comes right back to your hand. Eek, your go. You notice that the captain and a raider are being raised closer up to this giant mass. What do you do?
Oh shit. Okay. Do I see Bennett loading up the ballista?
Yeah, you saw him run over to the ballista for sure. He was able. You
Oh.
actually saw him run over, grab one, and load it. So ballista is loaded.
Okay, I'm gonna run over there, attach a bomb to it.
Run over, attach a bomb to the ballista. Right.
and help him if I can actually help him like aim and shoot it too.
So I mean, you're hasted. It's already loaded. You can run over to it. Got a bomb. You can take a shot because it's loaded
I'm
up. and
taking
ready
a
to go.
shot.
Yeah, you're shooting up
I
by the
don't have
captain
the
and a
stats.
radio, right?
Oh yeah, right at them. You know,
It's
as a
gonna
matter of
be.
fact- no, I'm aiming for the beak.
It's gonna be a plus 12 to hit, and if you hit, it's gonna be 3d10 plus your bomb damage.
Wow. Okay. Oh, so it's a plus 12?
Plus 12. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, cool. So that's 31.
31.
19.
It hits.
That's so much better
Explosion.
than 1 point of damage.
Up by the beak. Yes. So roll 3d10 and your bomb damage, which your bomb damage is what? 3d6, or are you at 4d6 now?
Still 3d6 plus, what's it, 3d10?
It was a
3d10,
cold
yes.
bomb, right?
Yeah, it was a code bomb. No, I don't
If
know.
only he could.
I wish I had code bombs. And
He just
one more.
taking
There
notes
we
right now.
go.
That's the next thing I gotta make. Cold bombs.
Hey, it's a thing that you can do. I made a in one of my bad games with Jared for our podcast.
Why are we
That was a
getting
nice
so
one.
many ones?
Are you rolling
boy,
ones?
really?
3 points of
So no-
damage
well-
from a ballista?
Well, no. Okay, so I got
6 points plus the bomb damage.
a 5, a 3, a 6. Oh, no, wait a second. That's a 9. Okay, cool. Not bad. Hold on. Let me get. I'm gonna cheat because I can't think right now. Okay, so that's a
Just shout out your numbers. I can do
1
that.
plus
Yeah.
1. Okay, so here I'll just yell them out. I'm sorry. 1 plus
Yeah.
1 plus
2,
5 plus 9
7,
plus 6 plus
16.
3.
22, 25. So,
25.
big explosion happens. 25 points of damage. Nicely done, Mr.
Yes.
E. Yeah, this thing like howls in pain. It's still looking good. Still got all of its vines and its and stuff as well too. But this howl as the starts just like wiggling even more with the leaves and such. But you were able to fire, cause some damage. This bad boy takes us over to Lockhart. Lockhart, you are climbing.
Sweet. How much farther do I have to climb?
So you know that the ship itself, all the way up to the top of the crow's nest, is about 70 feet. You made it about 20,
Okay.
so you got to get at least another 50 feet. If you use full round to get all the way up there, give me 2 climb checks. You can make it up to the top.
Yes,
okay,
hasted
that's-
though, right?
because you
Yeah,
are
yeah, I
hasted,
am
yes.
hasted.
Sure. Yeah,
Cool.
give me 2 climb checks. Super easy climb
While I
checks.
climb, can I do a swift action?
Yes. Yeah, I'll give you a swift. Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. I guess we'll see. Hold on, we'll see if I fall first. First one's a
don't talk
14
like
on the
that.
die, so 24.
Totally fine.
Second one is a 3 for a 13.
Still enough. You're hustling
Sweet.
to try to get up there. Your foot slips a little bit, but you're fine. You make it up to the top.
Perfect.
Okay.
He gets up, stands up, put a hand on Hartwell, spends a spell point to key his blade and extend his crit range. He'll draw Hartwell and end his turn.
Ooh, hate it. Bennett, your go. Actually, no, you did that. Bennett, your turn.
Okay, so we shot the ballista. I'm going to reload it again, and if I'm hasted, can I reload and shoot too?
I would say you can reload, and yeah, you reload for Eek. You just walk over, sit on his lap, and boom, you can take a shot. You are hasted.
All right, So yes,
Here, Bennett,
load that
let me
sucker
help
up.
guide you this way.
Yeah, it's just like it's that thing, right? That thing that you just hit. Okay, I'm aiming for that.
Yep.
It is at a plus 12.
What am I
to shoot
adding
with
to this?
thing. Plus 12.
Plus 12. Unbelievable. 16.
Ooh, 16 ballista bolt. Like you get it in your head. You like go to like run over, like jump up on each lat, and you pull it, but at that same time, it just kind of veers the ballista off and kind of shoots, and you're just as it like hits the rock face of the cliffs, like off into the darkness. Aradia, it is your turn. Aradia, you're up in the air. Give me a perception check, please.
Ooh, okay. Perception.
Starts off strong.
Oh no!
It's so bad tonight. 10.
Well, yeah, 10. You see everybody doing things. It's your turn. Go for it.
I'm gonna yell from towards the direction where I think the ballista is. Shoot her! Shoot her! And I will go ahead and use a level 3 spell. I cannot believe it, man. What the crap? I am going to cast Ice Spear.
Iced Spear.
Ice
Oh,
Spear. Let me find it.
Nice.
Tell me about some Ice Spear.
Ice
I
Spear.
like the sound of it.
Oh, it's gonna hit. It's gonna do max damage. It's gonna be amazing.
Hurt.
She
Sounds
will,
good. Let's do that.
kind of motion her hands. You'll see her hands turn that icy blue again, in an upward motion, and you will see a giant, or should I say, a stalagmite-shaped crystal rise and hopefully pierces our creature, and it is a reflex save.
Reflex save. For me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Reflex save. Let's see. Ooh. Might not have done the thing this time. That is only an 18.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I spelled DC 17.
Ooh.
So it halves the damage. Halves the damage. Okay,
Well,
so,
here's the thing though. Ice Spear, it comes out of the ground.
And it's a 5-foot square to the height of 10 feet.
Height of 10 feet, but you are currently 70 feet above the ground.
Don't step on those.
Actually,
Hey, man,
you know what?
The ground is
you know
wherever
what?
you want to make
20,
it.
25 feet
here's what I'm gonna
says the range, though.
Yeah,
Oh, but I'm
here-
70 feet up.
Here's what I'll say. Because I like this spell when I see this go off. I'm gonna say you can cast it from the crow's nest. But you do
Ooh.
have a chance. Lockhart will also have to make a reflex save. But because it's
He's
coming
got
from the
lots
crow's
of
nest,
decks.
you made it up to it. You won't take that much damage though, Lockhart. Even on a full save. I like this rule of cool right now, ladies and gentlemen. Give me some damage.
21.
Wendy. Ooh, 21.
Yeah, that
That's good.
passes for
Awesome.
sure.
Sweet.
Okay, so you would take the half damage, I would guess. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Or
Lockhart's gonna take only a quarter of damage. He's
okay,
trying
I'll
to
just
get everybody
roll.
up.
Oh, I
So,
cannot.
half of 20
What?
damage.
Half of 2 damage is
20
1.
damage.
I rolled 2 d6s and I got 2 ones. I can't make this up. I cannot
Oh
make
my
this up.
goodness!
I'll take a picture
Excellent.
and send it to you. I won't
Excellent.
touch those dice. I'll go get them
Oh wow.
after.
Lockhart,
Radio,
you
why
feel-
is
you feel
nothing
some
working?
tingling. You feel some tingling as you take like 1 point of frosty damage.
Oh my
You hear this
God.
thing howl though. I mean, it does hurt it a little bit more than you think.
By about
Oh, man.
I'm gonna go take a
50% as
picture
much.
so you guys can see this.
Yeah,
Atrocious.
Lockhart, you kind of look over the side. You see the brothers start climbing up again. Kitty's gonna take another shot. You notice Owlbear. Shit, no, she misses. Owlbear and Jack Scrimshaw. They start climbing up. He like lifts him up because they're heading over to the other ballistas over on this turn. Yeah, and we're going to. Ooh, buddy, here we go. Captain, do you want odds or evens?
Oh.
Never tell me the odds.
Hmm.
All right, so you'll be an even then, yes?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
All right,
Could have been more
Captain.
clear.
Well, well, I won't tell you the odds though. So it's gonna be an even, Captain. Actually, Aradia, as you sit there, you feel these tentacles go into your body. Take 7 points of regular damage, 1 point of strength damage.
Oh my
Captain,
goodness.
as you see her starting to struggle,
7 points.
you see yourself being pulled closer to this giant maw as it opens up and it tries to bite down on you, Captain.
Wait, would.
Maybe not. I didn't roll too hot with that. Oh, that's an 18. I think I might have still gotten you though, yeah?
Probably,
Hold
because
on a
that
second.
would get me.
Yes, but hold on. So that's 16. I did cast Mage Armor before this started, but I forget in this edition how much it's worth.
It's a +4.
Plus 4, yeah.
+4, you say?
Yeah, so that's a
I
miss,
may be an
isn't
old
it?
man, but I'm much harder than you thought.
Oh, very good, very good, Captain. As this thing
Phrasing?
pulls you up to try to bite you, you're like there's so much with all the ice damage or with what little ice damage has happened, but it's still getting hurt. It goes to snap at you as you know its other vines are just wiggling around, and it misses you, Captain. Nicely done. Nicely done, Captain. Captain, while you're up there and you see that happen, I need another perception check from you, please.
No problem. I'm not doing anything else useful. That's a 1, of course. So,
that is a 1.
So
Yeah,
unless-
Captain, you're
unless an
struggling.
8 is going to help me out.
Definitely struggling. No worries.
Wow.
I'm
Moves
too
us
busy
on over
trying
to
to be
Eek.
difficult to eat.
Eek, it is over to you.
Eek's gonna be like,
Bennett loaded,
hop off,
Bennett shut.
hop it off, and be like, hop off the ballista, and be like, let me show you how it's done. He's gonna go grab a ballista bolt, put it on there, strap a bomb to it, and he's gonna shoot.
Well, so because you had to get off the ballista to go grab one, I'll say you can attach the bomb and load it, but you can't. You don't have enough actions to shoot yet. But it is loaded.
He's gonna push Bennett off and then hop in and get ready to shoot.
Get ready to shoot.
And then he's gonna yell out as a free action. He'd be like, Owlbear, get over here and help us load ballistas.
You actually look over. He's actually on the other side of the ship. He's starting to load the ballista on the far side.
Okay, never mind.
Mhm.
But
Someone who can't shoot things, get over here.
give me an athletics check, or a CMD, because you're trying to push Bennett out like of the seat as well too. Your CMB has to beat his CMD because you're trying to push him out of the way.
My CMB.
B. Yeah.
Okay, my
So
CMB.
roll 1d20, add your CMB.
Ooh, that
It's
is
probably
a
not going to happen if you've been rolling like everything else.
23.
Michael Jordan.
23.
Yep, that's enough.
You push Bennett out of the way. There you go. Perfect. So, nothing can happen. As excuse me, Lockhart, give me a perception check.
Okay, let's see if I Bennett this real fast.
What the crap was that?
Hey, that's a dirty 20.
30-20.
That's so cold.
Before Lockhart, you actually get a chance to take your turn. You look over, and you actually see 3 figures crawling out of the water over the side of the ship, as your ship is now being set upon by some Sawagan warriors. They're going to take some attack actions. Let me see who's there. One of them, I'm going to say one of them snuck up behind Bennett. One of them's going to go after Kitty, and the other one is going after Die. The one against Bennett, 22 Bennett.
Yep.
22 is a hit. Oh, Bennett, he's actually got this nasty looking like pike in his hand, and he takes a swing at you. You're going to take 7 points of damage. The one at Kitty miss, and the one against Die is also a miss as well too. You now have 3 Swagan on the board that you notice, Lockhart, and it is your turn.
Adam, do I get my turn, or was my turn being attempted to be eaten?
I was wondering about that too.
Oh, I totally missed you. I'm sorry, Captain. Go ahead.
That's okay.
I'll let
I'll
you
just
on.
cast Blur on myself since I can do nothing proactive.
Blur upon yourself. Go ahead, Captain. My apologies.
That's what I'm doing. I'll be slightly blurry now. Hopefully that will help me not get eaten.
You're slightly blurry. Okay. Captain, actually, Captain, give me a perception check while you're up there.
I did. I already failed my perception
He
check.
did. He got a 1,
Oh,
remember?
you did. Oh yeah,
Yep.
that's right. Bummer. Lockhart, you're up
Everybody
top.
rolling ones
Yes.
tonight.
All right.
Lockhart,
Um,
you do see the creature, the Swagan, have climbed over the side onto the deck of the ship. There's only 3 of them that you can currently see. Arady is actually like just hanging out maybe 10 feet off to the side where you could try to swing, cut the tentacle if you want to. The captain is like pretty much directly above you. And you see this snapping, like this giant maw trying to take a bite out of him.
Okay. Swift action. I'm gonna put a spell into Heartwall. Frigid Touch. And then I'm going to go after the one that is currently on Captain to get him free.
Sure.
Yes.
Sure.
Let's see. That is a critical threat with a 15 on the die.
Roll to see if it's an actual critical hit.
That was a 2. Does a 12 confirm this crit?
It does not confirm as a crit, no.
Okay.
But we'll still be taking your regular damage and your frigid touch damage as well too. So give it to me, big boy.
Yes. Excellent. So that is 4d6 of cold. 11, 12, 13, 14. 18 cold.
18 cold?
Yes, 18 cold. 1 second. 1d10. That's a 1. Plus 13. So
Is that 36?
14 damage. Yes,
14.
36 in total.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Yeah, you cut. So Lockhart, as you actually cut into this tentacle that has the captain, you completely just sever it. I'm going to give you one action to try to catch the captain as he starts to fall, to make sure that you can actually just grab him. He's really close to grab him and pull him over to you at the top of the crow's nest. As you see the rest of this ice just work its way, and this creature just howls in pain. Give me a reflex save, Lockhart.
Question: can I petition for CMB?
Oh yes, no, perfect. To grapple him, I like that. Yeah, give me a CMB up against Captain CMD.
Does him being blurry affect that at all?
Oh,
just
it
curious.
does.
20% mix chance.
20% miss chance. That's right.
Okay.
What'd you get? What'd you get first against the CMD?
CMD is 17 to grab you.
Captain, what's your CMD?
It's a 13.
13.
So
Okay,
13.
20% miss chance to see if you actually grab him or if your hand passes through him.
That's a 14.
Oh.
Miss chance.
As you go to grab the captain just like phases right past you and starts to fall. So captain is.
I don't, because I cast fly on myself 6
It's not
months
your
ago
turn.
whenever we played this game last.
All right. We just did Eek. We just had Lockhart. Bennett, you look up. One of these Sawagan is next to you. Just cut you down. Some damage.
Very upset that he attacked me.
Mm-hmm.
So as free action, I'm going to pull out the Masterwork Silver Dagger, the magical Masterwork Silver Dagger, and a regular Masterwork Dagger. And I'm going to 2-weapon fighting attack this guy. Whip around, slice with both hands.
All right, give me some hits.
So that one will be 10. That one will be 9. Okay. Are you freaking kidding? All right.
get a one.
One was the one was yes, but my primary hand my primary hand was a 16.
Oh no.
Yes, that one
The other
was,
one was a one.
the other one was a 1. Give me some damage for your primary hand one.
Okay, good.
Man. God.
10.
10
So that's
points of damage.
10 magical silver damage.
10 magical silver damage. You said your second one was a 1, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
And since I'm hasted, what's going to happen?
Yeah. So since you're hasted, because technically you've got your two-handed fighting, plus you are a fighter at level 6, so that gives you like 3 attacks, which potentially you could have 4. I'm going to say that you lose one of your attacks, that you can attack a second time with your offhand.
Okay.
Yeah, with your offhand at your +1. Yes, not get your specialty hasted attack.
+1. All right. So that is that one. Okay. 11.
11 is a miss. You missed this.
You don't
creature.
say.
Yeah, totally say. I totally say.
Oh,
Aradia,
man.
your turn. You see the captain. You see Lockhart severs one of these vines from the captain, and he goes to grab him, but the captain just phases right through Lockhart's hand and starts falling.
How many feet is the captain away from me?
The captain is about 10 feet from you. But he's currently starting. He's like falling. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do, Aradia?
I'm gonna let my prehensile hair come out.
Alrighty.
And I
give me a CMB.
I can go 10 feet to grapple him.
Yep, he is in CMB against his CMD. Captain, you said it was a 13, correct?
That's right.
All right. So
it might be a
do I roll
and
then do I roll a d20 and then add my CMB to it?
That's right. It's not something you typically do that often, but you roll 1.
No. It's
roll
better.
Is it a 12?
I rolled a 3 plus 3 is 6.
6. You see your hair like whip out and just like it just like goes right over top of the captain as he continues to fall. Aradia. Rest of the crew scurrying below.
Do I have any other actions left?
Well, you are hasted if you wanted to. Yeah. Well, I mean, you are hasted. You did cast a spell. If you want, you could
Can I try to get out of the...
or anything out with you. You can try to
no,
break.
the dagger would be in my belt.
So,
but can I try to get out?
I mean, technically, you have a BAB of at least 1. I will say you can at least pull it and try to stab this tentacle.
Okay.
For sure.
All right, I'm gonna try it.
Sure. Pull out the dagger. Just
10.
10. A 10. You say? What is the AC of my thingies?
It can't be 10.
Actually, it is a 10. So that's perfect. Give me some damage really quick.
What is my
Give it
dagger?
that 1 point of damage.
Your dagger is a D4 plus your strength, which your strength has already gone down by 2. So probably just what is your strength to begin with?
Wait for it. It'll come up on the screen here in a second.
The score is 10, but I had a 0 modifier.
So you're at an 8.
So you're at a -1.
Yep. So it's a D4 at a -1.
I don't do any damage. I wrote a 1 on my D4.
I think we need to all throw away our dice. All of the dice.
Taking another picture.
Just throw them away.
I would like to say I didn't touch any of your dice. I had nothing to do with it. I'm not even in the same state as you are.
Oh,
Brent,
nothing.
Did you juju voodoo our dice for months while we were out
I would
there?
never do that. Not even as a joke.
What's happening?
Jack Scrimshaw, Owlbear actually has the other ballista loaded. Jack Scrimshaw takes a shot. Oh, geez, even they're rolling like crap as well too. That is not going to hit the giant creature up in the air as another ballista goes flying off into the darkness. Let's see.
Run out of room,
Die
man.
and Cat. Yeah, they both do some. You actually notice both of them hit these other two Swagan that are up on the deck. The one that Cat is actually fighting takes a good bit of damage. The one that Die is actually fighting doesn't take as much. But yeah, they're both looking hurt as well too, which takes us back to the top of the round. Radia, you start to feel your body getting pulled closer to this giant gaping maw as it tries to snap at you. And that is going to be a 26 to hit.
Oh, it hits.
Radia, you are going to take 15 points of piercing damage.
Holy
Wait,
crap!
This
wait, I
thing
don't know if I'm
just
still up.
snaps right into your shoulder.
Let me see if I'm still up. I will calculate.
You have to be close. Yeah, I don't think you're down.
I don't feel like you're
Not-
down.
I think I'm real close though.
She's close because she's been taking like 6 and 7 this.
And Wendy, in regards to your message in chat, yes, this is because Azara is on her honeymoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, we need the butcher here.
You're at
Down to
3
3.
HP
Okay.
left.
She's at 3. Whoa.
Oh,
Ouch, ouch, ouch.
okay.
Captain, it is your turn. You start like Lockhart reaches out to grab you. You see this hair just like whip past you as you're in free fall. What do you do, Captain?
I'm gonna fly up to Aradia. And I guess since the thing is, do I try to stab the vine, which I will also be bad at? Do I try to beat it off with my staff? Or
I don't think you want to
Crazy.
beat it off. Beating it off.
Maybe it's all it needs. Maybe that's what it needs.
maybe that's what, or do I try to cast a spell on radio, which is not gonna. Yeah, I think I'm gonna. Farts. I can't do it on the radio. All right. Well, I'm gonna go to Stab Town. I start to drop for a second, and then my momentum slows, and I shoot back up towards the thing. I take it I still haven't seen the people running onto the ship. Actually, it doesn't matter. I gotta save Aradia. So I'm gonna fly back up there, and I'll take out my knife and just start sawing.
Trying to saw the tentacle.
It's okay, Aradia. I will help you.
All right, Captain, give me an attack roll on this.
While he rolls that, it's Lucas Martinez
Love
says
it.
James Chu just wants everyone to know that the pirate crew rolled just fine before Azara got married.
Wait, she's cursed us all by getting married. Nobody else from now on get hitched.
I would like to say that's not entirely true, but they weren't talking.
Captain, how you
So
doing?
my question is, in Pathfinder, can you use your Dex modifier with the dagger, or is it only Strength?
It's your strength unless you have weapon finesse.
Yes, yeah. Finesse gives you a Dex modified weapon, so it'll be.
I don't know why you're shaking your head at me, Rossi. I'm just telling
I'm shaking
you.
my head at Pathfinder. I'm saying no, Pathfinder. No. So that is an 8 then.
An 8. You're trying to saw, and it's just it's almost like you're getting to a point that Aradia had already frozen, and it's just like you're cutting into ice. You try to help Aradia get out of the thralls of this creature. It takes us over to Eek. Eek, what you doing?
I fire!
He fires!
I
He
fire!
fires
With a plus
He fires
12.
his bomb thing right up at the beak of the creature that is currently
Ooh,
next
yes!
to the Captain, and
That is
Great.
a 27.
27 is a hit.
So that's
Now, Eek.
3d10 plus my 3d6.
Yep, 3d10 plus 3d6. Just letting you know, too, that Aradia and Captain and Lockhart are in with blast radius. But your bombs, you can decide not to let them get
I,
there. So
I, I
that's fine.
skewed
You guys will
it
be okay.
so they were at least 10 feet off to the side.
He's a precise bomber person.
He is a
Oh
pretty
yeah, that's
precise
right. I
bomber
can use
person.
my precise bomb, so I can make sure that it doesn't hit them. I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
choose-
I'm
I
being
can-
a honorable GM right now, just reminding you guys of some of your stuff. It has been since before Christmas. Think of this as my belated Christmas present to you.
Okay, for a second, I was so upset for a second here because I'm looking at this and I'm going 0. Why the heck did I get a 0? And I'm like, oh wait, no, that means 10.
It's because we
10.
suck.
So I'm like, so
That's a 10.
20, 25, 31 points of damage.
31.
Okay.
Ooh.
Nice.
All right.
An
And
improvement.
since
Yeah.
all Eek did was shoot, he's going to take his crossbow, just and kind of like while he like shoots, takes out his crossbow, like aims behind him, kind of like does like a what's it called, a Hawkeye, and tries to shoot one of the Swaggin.
Without
Right.
looking?
Well, no, okay, he shoots, he looks, but
It
while
shoots,
while
yeah.
he's in the seat,
I was
I'll
going
give
to
you
say,
that.
you
I
know
was
that I'm
trying to make it
standing
look
right there,
cool.
right?
Yep.
In my
you're
mind,
moving.
in my mind, that happens.
Which one are
Now,
you
it's
shooting at?
just
The one
an-
next to which one? There's 3 of them on the deck. There's one next to Di, Kitty, and Bennett.
I'm assuming that the one next to Bennett is actually the one that's closest because I pushed Bennett out of the seat.
You would be correct.
So
Yeah, go
whichever
ahead.
one happens to be like
Yeah, take a
happens
shot.
to be there.
Please don't roll a 1.
Or 2.
Yeah,
Just
I
saying.
didn't.
Good. Thank you.
Plus 6, so that's a dirty 20.
30-20 is a hit. Give me some damage.
Actually, 21. So it would actually because I have point blank shot.
Still a hit.
And I roll. I don't think I've rolled just my crossbow before. It is a D8.
Is it
D8.
a 1?
Fuck you, Adam.
I said,
It hadn't
pink
stopped
it like-
spinning until you said something.
Oh my
But-
god!
Oh, my goodness.
Oh no, that's on the attack. I get a plus 6.
Yeah. Oh man,
No,
that's
it's
funny.
Oh no,
goodness.
no. But point
Oh
blank
my
shot. It's within
gosh.
30 feet, so it does 2 points of damage.
As
Ha!
as
I
a
did
crossbow
twice as
bolt,
much damage.
thing sinks into the shoulder.
And like as you said, is it a 1? It went
Oh.
tink and rolled to a 1.
Oh man. Oh my goodness, this is great.
This
All
game.
right. Bennett,
So
you
in
got
other words,
another attack coming
I
at him.
just pissed off Swaggin.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no, it's all right. That Swaggin, not ready for it. Totally misses Bennett. The one misses Di. The other one does hit Kitty though, as you hear her yelp. And she takes a little bit of damage as the blade cuts into her thigh. But then that's going to take us over to Lockhart. Lockhart, you saw the captain fall, and he flew, and he's like, like trying to help Aradia cut the tentacle. This creature is like flailing, and an explosion happened on it. You notice that some of the vines are like starting to dangle, like they're not starting to move as much anymore. That is your go.
Beautiful. Am I within reach to hit this creature again? And potentially get.
If you want to be able to truly hit the creature, you have to stand on the railing to get those last couple feet and reach up and try to hit it.
That's fair.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do it.
I was gonna say Ross is like, I don't want any part of this. Out.
Do I need to roll anything to get up there?
I will say, give me a what is this? This is Pathfinder 1. Okay.
You can
Give me just
Athletics.
give me a reflex save. Super easy reflex save, just to make sure that you can stay balanced and stuff.
Reflex save. Okay.
What you wanted to say was acrobatics.
Oh, 19 on the die for a 25.
25. Yeah, you just like hop up there, boom, in your stance. Give me a swing with Heartwall. You just hear Heartwall in your head going.
So let me roll real fast.
doing his Dragon Ball Z impression where he's just charging up.
Did you just
Yeah, this is like yellow. It's like
What did you roll,
So I
James?
want to do full description, and I'll see if it hits. So as he's swinging, swift action, frigid touch into the blade. Ice shoots up it into this amazing, and then does a 17 hit.
No, it does not. The 17 misses.
I was half expecting Heartwall to
It's
go
fine.
flying out of your hand.
I have
or
2
something.
attacks. I have 2 attacks. It's cool. So just this like whiff, and then him trying to come back around.
Again. Oh my god! What did you
No.
roll this thing?
Oh no.
Oh,
What's
What'd you roll,
What's
James?
happening
So
tonight?
bad. It's cool. It's a 2. It's just a 2. I'm going to ruin
It's
you.
Wow.
damn it, Diana! Damn it!
And she can't even watch right now. Her internet connection down there
No.
sucks, so she doesn't even see how bad it's happening right now.
She'll just come back next week. We all have new characters.
Lockhart like stands up, trying to help out. Doesn't quite work. We're gonna take it over to Bennett. Bennett, crossbow bolt hits into the swagger next to you. It tries to hit you, misses. Your go.
All right. I'm gonna double swing again at this Swaggin that's really close to me,
Sure.
and it's
Roll
gonna be
ones.
so much better.
What is going on with your guys' dice tonight? What did you roll?
That
Gotta
was
tell us
a
now.
7 and a 5 for a 17
Okay,
and a 16.
both of those do
Alright.
hit.
All right.
Right, because they're Swaggin, they're not tentacles.
They're
So-
slogging, not tentacles. You're fine.
Cool. Okay.
Another one.
I
You're
was
so
like,
hasted.
did I seriously whiff these two? Okay. Awesome. So that is 13. 21 points of damage.
Yeah, how do you kill this thing, Bennett?
Very gruesomely. One goes across his stomach and the other one goes across his throat. And
Nice.
he, just kind of has a very moment of surprise on his face. As I say, may she judge you fairly. And then I spit at him. And then I'm going to go over and see if I can help Owlbear to ready it again so that whenever his turn comes around. Do I have enough
Owlbear
time
or
to do
Eek?
that?
I mean, Albert's on
Owlbear.
the other side of the ship. You can help Eek because Eek's right next to you.
Oh,
You can,
okay. So
at
he's
least go
okay.
cover.
I was thinking they were close to each other. I'll help Eek again.
Yeah, I'll say you can at
So-
least you can move over, grab a bolt, and move over to the thing. I mean, essentially, Eek on your turn, you can take it, help him load, and then fire on your turn. Eek.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
it's
I'll grab it and then I'll hold it out for him to grab whenever
sure.
it's his turn.
Takes us over to Aradia. Aradia, Captain is trying to help you. Lockhart is trying to help you. You're feeling bad. What are you doing, Aradia?
How far am I from the deck? Like from the floor?
70 feet.
F.
You might fall in the water.
Oh, she's
Maybe.
directly above the deck. I mean,
Okay.
it's swing.
She'll fall through the hole
Maybe I-
that was made.
maybe
by
I should have done this.
Earlier.
Maybe she should have done this a long time ago, and this is what happens when I don't use this as my spell right away. And I'm going to say, let's just go to sleep, and I'll pet the tentacle around my belly, and I will cast Slumber upon this creature. If the DM can make a,
Oh, come on.
I
Come on.
think it's a will save. Yeah.
Casting slumber upon a tentacle.
Come on.
Yeah, that's a 25.
Doesn't go to sleep. Doesn't go to
Got
sleep.
some
don't
good
go to
wisdom.
She's gonna die. She's still grappled. Is there any way I can struggle out of it? Can I make a
Again, you can try.
strength?
You can try to do a strength check, try to break out. But currently, your strength is at a 1, at a -1. And
I
it's got
will
you
do
pretty
it
good.
anyways.
Just roll really good.
I'm just
roll
gonna do it
really good.
anyways.
You can
You
try
can
it
do
anyway.
it.
Sure.
Just lie. Just lie, Wendy.
Just lie.
16.
No.
That's
not
the
even
highest
close.
I've rolled tonight.
Not even close. Not gonna happen. Rest of the crew, you actually see the brothers make their way up to the top As you see, Rolf, he actually chucks a dagger at one of the tentacle that you're holding onto, Wendy. Ooh, and that is actually a hit. That's an 11 on the die for it. Let's see if he can do enough damage with this bad boy.
Maybe.
Oh, max
More than a one.
damage. So this is what happens. As you see it, Rolf climbs up. He chucks a dagger. It splinters. It hits the tentacle where it had kind of been frozen. The tentacle shatters as Aradia starts falling. But then you see Donald Lee holding on to his giant spear as he, on the other side of it, he actually has Leandro as he's swooping him out. Leandro grabs Aradia and then pulls her over onto the ropes. Aradia, you are now currently safe. Down below, you see Dai and Kitty. Kitty takes her rapier and she actually just spears it right through the eye of one of these Sawagan. Dai, you see her grapple one of these, picks it up, and breaks its back up against the center mass as it just howls and falls down to the ground. Now it is my turn again with this tentacly creature. And there are two people. They're actually really close to me. Two tentacles shoot out. I'm going to see if I can grab the captain and see if I can grab Lockhart. Captain is up in the air. Ooh, I got both of you. 26s for both of you.
Woo! 20% mischance for me.
Ooh,
you don't have me.
Yeah.
I don't have you?
You no, I have a 29 CMD.
Oh, dang. I got a 50, Captain. So Captain is now in the thralls of this thing again. But Captain, it is your turn.
I have my dagger out already. Let's see how you do.
Dagger.
Yeah. I'm hasted still. I got two dagger attacks this turn. Going down, tentacle. That's a 9.
Not quite enough, Captain.
Hold on, I gotta roll this again. That's a 1 after my -2 strength modifier.
Did you see the captain like, no, not quite able to do anything. Eek. Bennett has given you a ballista bolt. You can load, put a bomb, and shoot again if you so.
That's what I'm doing. All right, Mr. Tentacle thingy monster. Actually, I get a free. I'm going to shoot it first.
Shoot him.
That's cock.
Grabbing the bolt, loading the bolt, putting a bomb, and shooting. That'll actually be
plus
that'll be
12.
your whole thing.
Well, so 7 plus 12. That is a
19.
19. Not gonna do it, Eek. As your bomb ballista soars off, and you hear an explosion against the rocks off in the distance up against the cliff face.
Damn it! What the hell is this thing? He's gonna look and see if he can actually tell what the hell it is.
Give me a. I mean, it's gonna be hard. Give me a knowledge nature check.
Knowledge nature. My nature is 8, I believe. Yes, it is. Good.
It'll be a little bit harder. Just
now you want to give me an 18. Oh, thanks. So that's 18 plus 8. That is 26.
26. Yes. From all the other information that you were able to get from everybody else about a vine creeper, one of these things, you know that these things are immune to electricity and other plant traits. You also know that it has resist fire to it as well. There are tentacles. It sucks strength energy from you. And you know that it.
What I know.
You guys already know the weakness. The weakness is cold damage.
Oh no, not its weakness, but what is its weakest trait? Skill.
Weakest skill. You know that it is a will save because it is a plant type creature. So fairly intelligent creature itself. But you also know too that this thing every round, whenever it's being attacked, it gets a little bit of health back. As well too, but it has a little bit of fast healing on itself.
Well,
Zeke's turn. My Sawagan are gone for the time being, so that takes us to Bennett. Bennett, you're standing next to Eek.
All right, gonna grab another ballista bolt.
Now, to let you guys know, you guys have shot 4 from this side. That is going to be the last ballista bolt on this side of your ship. You believe you guys had a total of 8, 4, and 4.
Okay, so we already shot them all.
I think you
We don't
have
have
one
them.
more on your side.
Okay, all right. So I'm going to grab the last one, load it up, and can I like kind of hold like my arms around Eek and be like, okay, and we'll like kind of do it together. Like, okay,
Gonna ghost it.
ready?
Give
Deep
me a
breath,
shot.
and then take a shot.
Taking a shot. Plus 12.
Okay.
I need something good.
I think it's a hit. 26.
26 is a hit. Roll me 3d10.
Okay, which D10s? Let's do this one
The good ones.
and that one and this one. Okay. Okay. I'm not adding anything else, just the dice.
Just the dice.
Is that right?
Just for that one.
Just the dice. Okay. That is 14 points of damage.
14. This thing howls. This thing is still alive. We got a little bit left of it.
I'm gonna say to Eek, well, that's as much as we can do here. Got anything else? And yeah, that's it.
Takes us over to Aradia.
As I try to pick
Aradia-
myself up from the deck. How far am I from our flying creature?
Wait, what happened to you?
Where
did I get
the,
Donnelly
the
got
brothers
her.
saved me, and they.
Oh yeah,
they
that's right. You are
swung
currently
and
on the
put me on
ropes. Well, you're
on the
on. You're
ropes.
currently up
Okay.
by the crow's nest. Yeah,
All right.
so you're
I'm
still
hanging.
up
I'm
there.
hanging on with
Mhm.
dear life. And I'll look. How many feet away am I from this canopy creeper?
I think two got saved.
You're about 15 feet away from it.
I think I got
Great.
skipped.
You go before Bennett.
Yeah, he does.
I
Lockhart.
go
Well, we'll
after
go.
E.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go for it, Lockhart.
You want to go now? Go now.
Yeah. Go for it. Yeah, go Lockhart. Do your thing.
Okay. Lockhart's just going to strike up at this thing. I didn't. Yep. This is. Yep.
Good.
Okay. That's a natural 20.
Hey!
Alright.
Oh.
Roll to see if you confirm your natural 20.
Take that, Diana.
No confirming it. What?
Give me some damage, Lockhart.
Well, it's
If it's anything less than 55 points of damage, get off this ship.
Okay. Well, let's see.
Go Lockhart.
12, 21, 27, doubled, 52 cold damage. That's not.
Still have 3 to
hold
go,
on,
otherwise Brent's gonna kick you off.
I still have more damage.
Okay, good.
5, 7, 12 plus 22, 36 regular damage. So 70 something in total, and I rode very low.
So Lockhart.
And
as
Lockhart
Heartwall
stays on the ship.
cuts into this vine creeper. Tell me how you destroy this thing.
Yeah.
So like as soon as he makes contact with this creature's beak, it's like like when you dip a rose into liquid nitrogen, it's just this flash insta freeze, and you see it crawl to like all the water molecules on its body. It's like this flash freeze in sections, and then it starts to like crumple down into the water, and you see like the water bubbling, freezing around it.
Very nice. And as the main mass of this thing actually, what were you say, Bennett?
I was just gonna say. So do we still have a ballista bolt?
I haven't shot it yet.
Oh yeah, because he would have. He would have
did that before my turn.
before we shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone
So
just sees
as
this
that
giant,
happens,
like,
that the main chunk of it just like explodes, and a lot of pieces just kind of like start falling. Bloop, bloop, bloop. As the rest of it shatters, you guys actually look up, and a lot of the vines and everything through this canopy, you see not all of them, but a big majority of them start freezing over, and they all explode as it starts snowing down on top of all of you. It's nice, beautiful snow. As we have one other thing to happen. Well, actually, no, totally fine. Captain, you're kind of hovering there now as this tentacle releases from you, just explodes as just all the snow starts falling down on the rest of the crew. You look down, you see a couple Sahuagin. Captain, give me a perception check.
18.
18. Yeah, you look over as you're kind of looking down. You see other Sahuagin head kind of bop out of the water, but then quickly they disappear as they realize that this giant, massive creature that's been guarding this cove for however long is officially dead. As the chunks start falling into the water, you slowly land. Everybody climbs down. Just to reassess. The rest of the crew everybody forms like a or a circle around everybody else, just like back to back, weapons drawn, ready to go if anything else happens. And at this point, we're going to go ahead and take our break, ladies and gentlemen. Good first half. You guys survived the first half of our second season premiere. One thing I do want to tell you guys as well, too, when we come back from break, go get a drink. Make yourself a mixed yumminess. Come back, be some pirates. Because then also, at the very end of the episode tonight, we have a special announcement. Because we have pretty much all of our shows now set for the next couple months. We've got our premiere tonight. We've got another premiere on Wednesday. And then we've got one more premiere next week, which we're going to have a special announcement about that one at the very end of the show. So if you want to know what our final show is that we're announcing tonight, stick around for the end of the show. We're going to take about 7-8 minutes, go to the bathroom, grab a drink, and we will see all of you shortly.
Awesome.
There are legends of a mighty forge where the greatest tabletop weapons are smithed by expert crafters from the finest of materials. Only the strongest of adventurers may wield such relics. Weapons and armor forged from the strongest metals. Mystic foci for the forces of fate, carved from the finest stones, and unique treasures that cannot be found anywhere else in the realms. But beware, the forces of evil may find dark and powerful relics of their own in the online armory. Arm yourself with these gaming relics and equipment to take your tabletop adventures to exciting new dimensions. Go to NorseFoundry.com now to arm yourself with the finest weapons in the realms.
Great and mighty Dark One, hear my summons. Bring plague and misery unto this wretched world, and be born again in the blood of this unworthy servant.
What are you guys doing in here?
Huh? Nothing.
I thought you said no one was at home.
Nobody's supposed to be home. When do you get out of here?
No. Why are you wearing dresses?
This is not
There's a pentagon on the wall.
That's a pentagram.
That's a pentagon.
It's a pentagram.
Gone.
Pentagram.
Gone. It's a pentagon that has to have a star to be a pentagram. Are you guys forming a cult?
We are summoning a god of pain and destruction to rain misery on my stupid stepdad for being a total boner.
Sick.
And Kyle Bates, because he ruined the next season of Game of Thrones for me when I specifically told him I hadn't read the books.
Douche.
So you're gonna be a human sacrifice?
Yes.
No.
What?
Whatever. I'm in.
You can't
No.
just be in. Like, there's a whole process.
Let me in your cult, or I'm gonna tell Leonard about the time I caught you trying on my bras in my room.
What?
What?
No.
Wait, that's not how you do that, is it? Let me in your cult, or I'll tell Mom that you used her candles for a satanic ritual.
No. Go back to the part about him trying
that
to
didn't
bras.
happen.
In season 4 of Game of Thrones, Tyrion and
You can be in the cult.
What?
Thank
No,
you.
she cannot be in the cult.
Definitely in the cult now. Thank you.
Gonna put up with this?
I do have a knife in my hand.
She does have a knife. It's a good point.
Okay, God. Everyone gather. You're gonna cut your hand and give an incantation to the dark void.
Oh, dark monster thing. Bring sadness Wait, you know what? This is dumb. Can we get to the part with the human sacrifice?
There's no human sacrifice.
Dude.
What? How? You have to have like a fatted calf
Yes.
or a unicorn.
Why are you agreeing with her?
Or a virgin.
Absolutely.
We could use Leonard.
No, you can't use me. Guys, I'm totally not a virgin, all right?
You're not a virgin.
I've done the sex.
Describe it in detail.
There's two of
Step
us.
one.
Step one, man loves a woman. And then
I'll take that.
And plus, this one was trying to browse in my room. Pretty sure still a virgin.
We could kill Alan.
And we can kill Alan.
Kill Alan!
No, we're not killing anybody. Cut your hand, put blood in the bowl. No more fun.
Wait, did one of you already use this?
No.
Because I would bet money that one of you is a leper.
This is why I didn't want her to be in the cult.
I didn't want her in the cult.
I don't want you in the cult.
It's not your cult.
It is now.
You know what? Fine. I don't want to do this anymore. There is no cult.
You can't-
No cult.
Leonard? You're a nightmare.
I'm the hero. I just saved the entire world from your evil cult.
What? Okay, good.
My dad needs his bowl. No cult.
Be done. Leonard,
Use me.
you're a nightmare.
I'm a nightmare? I just saved the world from your evil cult. Get out of here. Get out of here.
My dad needs his bowl and his letter opener. I'm gonna get that back.
I'll get it to you. I'll see you later. Tuesday. You got white
Your
stuff.
friend sucks.
Are you okay?
I'm so sorry about the
Are you
wax.
all right?
Fine.
Oh my god.
I'm so sorry.
Hey guys, welcome back to Tabletop Treasures. I'm your host, Adam Conn, and recently I received a phone call from Jamie here in Los Angeles asking me to come over and check out something pretty unique. I'm really excited to see what she's got for us today. Let's go check it out. Hey Jamie, how's it going?
Hi, great.
Adam, pleasure to meet you. So you called me, you told me you had something really cool to show me, is that right?
Yeah, I received these dice from my brother last winter as a gift, and I knew once I saw the quality and craftsmanship that I had to get them evaluated.
Have you asked them how much you paid for these?
No.
Well, you know what, why don't we go inside and take a closer look? Guys, wow, this is pretty awesome. It's a company called Tabletop Loot, and their website, tabletoploot.com, is where you can pick up a whole variety of amazing dice and gaming accessories.
That is fascinating.
Indeed, and you know what else? This company also donates dice to schools and to clubs all across the Americas. They give kids an opportunity to have material so they can play role-playing tabletop games.
Really? That is so sweet.
That's right, and check this out. If you look at the dice, you can see these vibrant, beautiful colors. This right here is called Pink Lemonade. And Tabletop Loot, they have a variety and dozens of different colors that you can choose from, and some are even said to be glow in the dark.
So, what would you say something like this is worth?
Well, depending on the materials that they're made out of and how much love goes into actually molding these dice, you could get a set just like this on the market today for $8 plus shipping.
That is so affordable. I could get each of my characters a set and some for my friends.
That's a fantastic idea. Make sure that you go to tabletoploot.com. Check out all the amazing different varieties of dice and gaming products that they have to offer.
Tabletop treasures may not be real, but tabletop loot definitely is. Get your own set of dice and some for your friends too at tabletoploot.com. And be sure to watch Dragons and Things every Friday night on Twitch. Inappropriate sound is inappropriate. Don't let the action suffer from a lack of atmosphere. Let Sirenscape set the tone and bring your game to life. See? That's better. Journey to Sirenscape.com to download the app and make it the year of atmosphere at your table. And be sure to watch Dragons and Things every Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific on Twitch.
Welcome back, friends, to Voyage of the Siren Song. I hope you all got yourselves a drink. I know I did. It's seawater. That's all I unfortunately have on my ship around here. We just left our crew. They were getting eaten. At least Rady was being eaten by a giant vine creeper. Lockhart did something really cool. Meh, whatever. Proud of him. But as of right now, the crew is alive, and let's go see how they're all doing. Hello, crew, and welcome back, my friend.
Don't drink the salt. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Just more thirsty now. Damn.
It's so bad for you.
Oh, goodness.
Welcome back, friends. Welcome back, friends. Is everybody
Drinking
ready for the
seawater
second
is
half?
like drinking a bottle of Dasani.
Yep.
We sell Dasani at the museum. No wonder nobody likes it. Yeah, so before we hop back into it, you know what? Let's I found another message in a bottle, and I opened it up, and it had that special phrase. We're gonna do that phrase again on the count of three. I'll do it softest. They're slower. You ready? 1, 2, 3. We read
Comments.
That's the best when it's online. It's so hard to like judge and get that all together. Yeah, let's say hi to all of you again for another minute or two. How's everybody doing out there? I know Lucas is talking about me wearing wigs. I don't know what you mean by that. And I have to say, my hair is so much longer than it was in those commercials as well, too. Look at this beautiful stuff. Scott Januza would be proud.
Oh, it is getting long.
I know, right? I think I'm almost as long as Dustin's was when I first met him, like 18 years ago. Dustin's muted. We don't know what you're saying. Dustin had super long hair.
I can't hear him.
I know.
Really?
I think he's saying that his hair is long now, just not on his head.
We can't hear you.
A little too much information.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, there.
Yep.
I didn't say where it was.
That's weird. Okay, so apparently I can mute it here on my headset, and I muted it here. So I muted it everywhere, not remembering that I muted it. It always happens. But yeah, no. I think my hair never got down to yours is about nipple level, Adam. So
Almost.
yeah, I think yours. I think you beat me on length, dude.
Check that out.
When it comes to hair.
Close.
When it comes to hair.
Okay.
Enough about my nipples. Yeah,
someone in the comment, who was it that said that it was? It was Black Loki 3004, who's like, it's Thor. comment. I'm assuming he's commenting on your hair.
Oh yeah, or
I think it was
probably
Crag.
the video. Yeah, the
Oh.
video.
Yeah.
Crag video.
Talking about hammer.
Craig's
Oh,
Master
He's talking about
yes.
Crag. I thought he was talking
Yeah.
about your hair because
Yeah.
it's very
Oh, and
Thor-esque.
guys, Lucas just created a spoiler for everybody. Apparently, Lucas is saying everybody gets new dice sets. Lucas, that's so nice of you. Thank you so much, bud.
We need new dice.
Yeah,
so
Lucas
bad
just sent
after tonight.
Yeah.
Thank
send the
you.
new
We
dice
need
right
it.
over here to the DAT network, Lucas.
We
Send them
need it.
quick.
We need it.
Can I have
this
5
comment
sets
is-
of dice, please?
What would Scooby Doo says? Somewhere in South America, Diana just sneezed.
Yeah. You felt it for sure.
She can sense just how terrible we're all
Such a
doing
disturbance
tonight.
in the force.
Oh man.
Any other comments?
What else do we have?
Jeez. Yep. Comments.
There was one that I saw and I lost it.
Yeah.
Trying to
I
find
agree.
it.
It's
Yeah,
Lucas
I got a-
Martinez said hashtag send in the NPCs first, and that's what we should be doing from now on. I don't know why we're trying to
Because
hang out
right
in the
after that,
captain's quarters.
what would Scooby Doo do? Says Albert, put me in, Captain. Mm-hmm.
And I have to admit, even though it was one of us who put it in there, Wendy Lee with NPC equals MVP tonight.
Oh yeah.
Because it was
sure.
those who saved Aradia.
Thank you, brothers.
I mean,
she sneezed at.
Thank you,
sneezed after-
Lockhart.
yeah.
Also want to give a shout out as well too. Past day, Thrillia. Just I think I said that right. Thrillia. Yes, THRYLLA is followed. Thank you so much. Philip Rossi has followed. Holy cow! First time
Who's
follower
that guy?
on the channel,
Yeah.
Rossi. Dang. And then
So he's
time
only
on
been
Twitch,
here for a
baby.
year.
yeah, I know.
Take it
I
slow.
know,
Take
I know.
it slow.
And we
I
had
don't
a
want to
couple
commit to
late
anything,
follows.
you know.
We had a couple late follows from yesterday. A little Jedi Elf, which if any of you guys had a chance to watch Kings of Dirt last night, that was Connie, aka Sarah, who played in our game last night. Bear Glove 101 and Little Kawaii Mistress as well too, following us yesterday. But good stuff, friends. Good stuff. Who's ready to go back to being a pirate? Yes, raise your hand. Raise your hand. Raise it high. Raise it
Hello, is
high.
a pirate.
Unless Dustin, keep your hand down because Rossi said you had like 4-foot hair from somewhere. It could be pit hair. We don't know. Could be back hair as well too.
Can confirm there is no
Tax
4 foot
wrestle.
long pit hair. Can confirm.
So, as Radian and Lockhart and everybody starts making their way down to the bottom of the ship, all the NPCs, everybody crowds around, kind of go back to back. For the next couple hours, you hear splashing out on the water. All the lights are extinguished that you all realize once you get to the water as well too. You hear a couple, Captain, you hear it again. You hear like the wheel up there shuddering. Definitely sounds like something's being done to your rudder for sure. Doesn't sound like anything else is coming out of the water. Whatever you guys did definitely has kept this group of Swagan at bay. There are times, Lockhart, you can see because you've got dark vision. Eek, do you have dark vision as well too? Or do you just have low light?
I think it's just low light. But give me
You
a
just have
second.
low
I
light,
can.
yeah.
Well,
All right, you're good. Lockhart, you definitely see it, and like Kitty sees it as well too. Every once in a while, you see a shark fin pop out of the water, and like maybe a Swagan head just like come up, and then you kind of glare at it, and it just dips down back under the water. We're all sitting.
Are hammerhead sharks and Swagan friends?
Could be animal
Possibly. Yeah, could definitely be animal companions. Give me a knowledge nature, Bennett.
I don't have that.
Bummer. Give me a knowledge local then, Bennett.
I don't have that either.
Well, I guess
I'm
you didn't
knowledge
know any
do you
information.
have?
Here,
What
Bennett,
knowledge
I
do
was
you have?
kind of asking that more for me. That wasn't really a Bennett question. That was a me question.
But no, I mean, no, a question like that, it could be dependable. From what Lockhart has seen, he hasn't seen, they haven't heard anything slashing in the water, but any creature can befriend other creatures as well too. You don't quite know like what the Swagan are like here at Manchester Cove currently. But as everybody is sitting there, You wait for hours. You hear like sounds like beating on the bottom of your ship, some splashing, and everybody is just on point and ready as the night goes on. And starting to go into mid-morning, you all, as you're all standing there still, just this circle, nobody's really shifted or left. Fish Guts has kind of snuck downstairs. He's grabbed like drinks for everybody and some snacks and food just to keep everybody out and about. You don't know what kind of attack could happen from here. You all notice that the sun starts coming up, and you notice that as you're all looking, kind of looking around, looking out onto the water, you don't see like any blood in the water. You do see a couple shark fins. You don't see any more swaggin heads pop up out of the water. But you're all kind of glancing around, and everybody give me a perception check really quick, please.
Go, Bennett.
Come on, dice.
14.
14. Well,
1. Yeah, suck it, Captain.
I'm sorry.
23.
Michael Jordan,
Okay.
excellent. Cool. Yeah, actually, all of you guys start to see this as well too. Like the light itself, the first light of the dawn, it peeks into this darkened cove from the east. The jungle cliffs come alive with patterns of shadow and light in 1,000 fanciful, ever-shifting shapes. And when the sun is fully up, when it has finally, like you no longer see it cresting from the water anymore. The cliffs return to their normal appearance, but for these few moments, it's almost like magic with this display of the shadow art, the way that this island is positioned, the way that the trees and the mountains are positioned. It's almost like this puppet show of these trees and branches. You notice that the vines overhead, it's a lot more sparse. The giant mass has been destroyed, the giant vine creeper. But you also notice in the shadowy half-light, a group of caves and crevices up on the back wall of the cave face takes on the appearance of a grinning skull. And as the morning sun illuminates the shadow that resembles the skull's mouth, a previously unseen glint of gold sparkles brightly in the sunlight as if the skull has a golden tooth. Now, what you guys also remember too about when you guys were first trying to decipher these clues on finding the treasure of Manchester Cove, do you guys remember the clues that you were given?
Yes.
Something
No.
about blue light embrace.
I have it right here.
Yes.
From
Oh,
Blue
brave
Blight's...
lady's prized tooth
Yes.
and captain's orb.
The whole thing read, from Blue Blight's embrace, spy the grave lady's prized tooth with the dawnflower's first kiss, climb the captain's wayward orb to claim Old King's hoard. Now, you guys had come to find out that from the Blue Blight is essentially the giant blue cove that all of you were. That was Manchester Cove that you were able to get to. Spy the grave lady's prized tooth. Now seeing this golden, what looks like a golden tooth in this skull inside of the cliff face, that connects with all of you then. Dawnflower's first kiss, thinking that it's a flower of sorts, or the way that you actually see the golden tooth shining. And climbing up into the captain's wayward orb, you had also decided, or you all had found out as well too, that that the man who actually hid the treasure of Manchester Cove, that he had actually lost his right eye. That was something that you had determined. To claim the Old King's hoard, you had assumed that it was potentially maybe he was a king of sorts that had hid the treasure. But as a couple moments pass, you all look up, and the light starts to fade. There's no longer a tint of the golden tooth, but now seeing it, it's one of those things that once you see it, you can't unsee it. If you were to go able to take some longboats in the water to get over to this cliff face, you could potentially climb up the side of the cliff face, and it looks like there could actually be a hole in the mouth of the skull. You could potentially climb in to try to get up into the eye sockets as well too. But that is what
question.
you see, my friends. Yes.
Did we? Okay. That was like the fight happened like at night. Did we get a rest or not? We did.
No, because you guys were hearing noises all night long.
Okay. All right. Sweet. Or not sweet, but you know.
Understood.
But it is like early morning. It's like 6 a.m. when the sun does come up. You guys do know where it's at. You guys could, if you want to sleep for a while, because I know people like Aradia probably ain't feeling too good. You guys could potentially get some rest, get some of your stuff back, leave everybody on guard to see what's happening. But also, again, completely up to you, Captain. What do you do? If you see this glint, it disappears. You now see the skull etching in the side of the cliff.
Yes, I believe this is the next steps that we have to take. But I believe that at least our ship's officers could use a rest before we form an away team. So let us take a rest with the rest of the crew making guard, and then we will take one of the boats, perhaps Lavinia's Dream, to the base of the cliff, and we will do some exploration. Aradia, had we determined a new potion? Yes, Donald Lee. That's right.
Yes, Captain.
Mr. Donald Lee, if you could detail a team to form a watch. It looks like there's still Sahagbin and the sharks about. So be vigilant.
He runs over and he places like his little spectacles up upon his nose. Be like, yes, Captain, I can do that for you. Please, yes, we will take care of everything. We have still noticed that there are shark fins creeping up and out of the water, but if anything does happen, those of you try to rest that can. We will take care of everything, Captain.
Excellent. I suggest also officers get some sleep. Yes, Mr. Eek.
Quick recommendation. During the night we heard like noises of like thud against the steering and the rudder and underneath the ship. If you still have it in you to cast haste on me, I could quickly drink a potion of make a potion of alter self and do a quick scan. Just like dive in one end of the boat, go underneath the boat, jump out of it, and because it only lasts for like a minute, and then fly back onto the ship, and I can get like a quick tell of what's going on underneath the boat.
Ben is going to walk up and say, "In shark-infested waters."
That's why I want the haste spell. I want to make myself as fast as humanly possible, or altered self as humanly possible.
I cannot cast haste today without resting, Mr. E. I could assist your swimming and make you more agile in the water for 6 minutes or so, but not hasted.
Well, if you think that's worth if you think it's worth it, I can do it, and then we can get a nice little rest.
It's very well. Let us repair to the back of the ship. I will cast it on you, and perhaps you can make a exploration of the rudder.
Leandro walks up at that time and he says, Captain, I would have to agree with Master, let's say Brent, with Master Bennett. We've been counting. There's at least a dozen hammerhead sharks in the water swimming underneath the ship. We haven't seen any Sawagan, but Master Eek, I wouldn't suggest allowing the captain to do that. Those and actually from what we had seen as well too, I think given it a little bit of time, I think having everybody rested up first.
Leandro,
as you wish, Mr. Donald Lee. Perhaps.
I'm Leandro, Captain. I know my brothers, we all kind of look alike a little bit, but Donald Lee wears glasses. I do not, sir.
Very well,
Leandro,
Mr.
Leandro, have you seen Sindara about?
And actually, where is Sindara right now? Wendy?
I imagine she would have. My alter ego. I imagine she would have helped with the fight, and now is downstairs in the mess hall, pocketing some bacon while Fishgut's not looking. She can be chewing on a piece of bacon as she makes her way up the stairs.
Yeah, I do believe. Oh no, there she is. She said she wanted to go get some bacon, Master Bennett.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to go over to Sindara as the captain, and you continue to talk.
As you were saying, Captain.
I was saying, Mr. Donaldly, perhaps.
Yes, yes, Captain.
Without entering the water, perhaps you can test the wheel, make sure that the rudder is still responding, and if not, lowering someone over the side, not into the water, just to make a visual inspection.
Yes, we could try to make something happen. That would be beneficial.
I trust your best judgment, Mr. Donaldly.
I appreciate it, Captain, and Master Eek. Yes, you take care. You get some sleep as well too. We'll take care of the situation and everything. But just I agree. I wouldn't want you jumping over in the water in times like this. Not just yet. As he takes off his glasses, folds them up, and he goes, "All right." And he goes over and starts talking to the rest of the crew. A couple people, just everybody's like moving, going about their work, but they're trying not to make too much noise. Just because they don't want to alert whatever else could be if there are any Sawagan. But as of now, as you guys kind of glance over, you don't really see any of them. It's mostly just 6, 10, 12 hammerhead sharks floating down in the water. I'll probably say, Sandara, would you go up and would you cast Lesser Restoration on Aradia?
She would, but she would also see what Bennett would want as she passes by, chewing on her bacon.
Yeah, Sandara, I just wanted you to, if you don't mind, I mean, I don't know how much you spent in the fight that we just had, but if you don't mind checking over the captain and Aradia, both of them seem to have gotten a little worse than everybody else. I'm fine. Don't waste any of your heal spells on me, but I would say just check on Aradia and the captain, if you don't mind.
She's gonna take another bite of her bacon and say, "You're a good man, Bennett. Always looking out for the crew." Tap him on the shoulder, and then she'll make her way over to the captain and then Aradia to see if she needs to help them out. How is the captain looking?
Excellent. Very dapper.
Really?
Yeah, I always look
How is he feeling? Captain, your slippers, they're backwards. Did something happen when you were being grappled by that vine creature?
Well, Sandar, I took a hook to the midsection, which did not feel so well. My strength is not what it was when I woke up yesterday morning.
I see. Seems like you and Aradia are worse for the wear. I suggest you rest up before you go do any more treasure hunting. And with that, she will cast... Where are my spells for her? Do I have Lesser Restoration?
Yes, she does.
You should.
Yeah, so it's a 1d4.
I know I've used it before.
Yep. You can do a 1d4 to the captain to give him strength. And then a 1d4 on yourself, to yourself, for yourself.
All right.
If
1d4
you
goes
don't
to the
have
captain. A 3.
All your spells memorized from your secondary character.
3 to the captain for Lesser Restoration, and to Aradia,
Hey.
a 2.
Perfect.
Back where I
You
was
guys
starting
are-
from.
So then
So I take it all the officer. What were you gonna say, Dustin?
Aradia is still down 1, right?
Yeah, I'm at
So
0.
then-
Well, I'm -0. She brought me back 2. I was at 7, so that's 9.
So essentially, what happens
Alright.
too is if you guys take that rest, you'll get that other
Mhm.
point back, because anytime you take a rest, any ability score damage goes away. At least one goes away.
And
I was just gonna
Aradia
recommend
is
that,
wearing
Aradia
a.
gets the hammock.
Oh.
Yeah.
Aradia gets
I
to
have
sleep
to
in the
ask
magic
permission
hammock.
to from the captain. If the captain would like to use it, he did take a hook to the stomach.
No, I insist, Aurelia. You should use the hammock. You're much worse off there.
Thank you, Captain. And with that, Aradia will remember she is wearing a ring of sustenance. So how many hours would she need to spend in the hammock? Because technically the ring says 2 hours of rest.
So the ring, once you activate that, it essentially gives you like your full night's rest and everything. But because you are down, if you sleep in the hammock, remember the hammock, one full rest cycle in that is like you slept an entire day. So it's like 3 rest cycles with it. So essentially for you sleep in the hammock, it's 3 rest cycles. Since it is
then
magical.
She will take a nap in the captain's hammock.
Yes.
Thank you, Captain.
Lockhart. Yeah, Lockhart,
Knockout.
Bennett, everybody else. You guys, everybody else gonna go take a shut eye.
Yeah.
Yep.
Off a little bit.
Yep.
As you all start to like fall asleep, you hear kind of like some banging up against the side, and you hear a little bit of banging from underneath the ship as well too, but only just not that much banging, not as much commotion that was happening like in the wee hours of the morning, and you all slowly drift off to sleep. Bennett, what are you dreaming about? I mean, you guys just had this big thing. Like you guys are set upon by Sawagan. Just it's been a handful of days. Like you guys were also essentially kind of like harassed by a ghost ship as well too. Who the fuck knows about that thing? I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen with that. But what you dreaming about, Bennett?
It's just kind of dreaming about sitting on a beach in a very emerald colored green background with like lots of trees and everything like that. You're just kind of enjoying the quiet for as long as it lasts, because this is, for the last 2 months, things have not exactly been quiet, nor have they been easy, but he's enjoying the rest as of right now, and still hoping to be able to find his son and daughter someday. But I don't think it's going to happen here, but it's going to, yeah, he's fantasizing about being able to see them again whenever that is.
Yeah. As you're sitting on the beach at one point, kind of glance over, and you see a figure standing there, a woman with a pirate hat, parrot sitting on her shoulder, pirate cutlass with a skull on it, and it's Zara. She's just like standing there, like staring off into the water, perfectly still. Water's lapping up against her. It's not even like pushing her back. It's just almost like it's hitting her and going around her. She just stands there.
Gonna kind of look at her a little bit and just, yeah. She looks peaceful too, so I'm gonna leave her be at this point.
As and you're down in your hammock. It's almost like our camera pulls away from Bennett's face and moves over just across the floor, right over to Lockhart. 1 foot hanging out over the side. He's got a heart wall just like wrapped up in his arms. Blue glow. And it zooms in like onto his face. As we see Lockhart, what are you dreaming about?
I think like you could see his face move, like just like struggle through emotions through his dream. But his dream is basically like him, and like it's complete darkness around him, and in the distance he sees Lavidia and Heartwall, and as he's running towards them, it's getting ever farther out of his reach to the point to where he can't breathe, and he pauses and he feels someone tap his shoulder, and when he turns around he sees Azara, and Azara having the tattoo reaching out to him, but as he tries to reach her, she gets pulled away, and it just leaves him in this kind of dark emptiness where he's alone, and he's know how to deal with that. So I think he's just kind of struggling with that dream.
Yeah. As you're sitting in that darkness, you can keep looking, and it's almost like you see Lavinia and Hartwell, they both have their hands like extended to you. Hartwell's got his hands up, just like you can just see like a smile on his face as he's smiling in slow motion, like yeah. But then you look to the other side and you see Azar with her hand out towards you, and she's got the glowing tattoo of Hartwell on it at that same time, and just the small little blingage of a ring on her finger.
So, this is my dream.
It is your dream. I'm in your dream, sir. But yeah, and as you said, it's like you want to go one way or the other, but either direction that you step, it just seems like it gets farther away from you. As we leave Lockhart kind of struggling, we go right above him to Eek, laying on his side. Typically, when Eek dreams, he's got a little bit of dribble coming out of his mouth, but not today. He's actually got his blanket curled up, so actually it's pooling up like in the blanket, and the blanket's getting like really soggy. But Eek, what are you dreaming?
Chewing on it a little. He's chewing on it a little bit.
Chewing on the blanket.
Because in his dream, he is at his workbench, and it's really all he's really seeing is just this flurry of motion that's kind of happening of him building something. He can't really tell exactly what he's building, but he does know that it's something that he's been working on for a really long time in this dream. But in his mouth, he does have a piece of bacon that is just kind of sticking out, kind of like a cigar. And that's why he's chewing on the end of his blanket. And you just see this flurry of motion going on of him trying to what he kind of has is like this big piece of metal that he's trying to shape, and it kind of just looks like it's being made. It has like many different moving parts, but yeah, it's something that he's been working on. He doesn't quite know what it is yet.
When within that flurry of motion, you're looking down like so much, but then you kind of in the dream, a shadow kind of falls over your workbench, and you look over, and it's just Azara. She's just standing there staring at you, but perfectly still. She just blinks. She just watches, and it's like she goes to say something to you, like her mouth opens, and then she stops, and then she just looks down at what you're doing. Go back to your busy motion. As we pan away from Eek eating his bacon-flavored blanket, we follow our camera up the stairs onto the upper deck, where we see the brothers and the rest of the crew just like still like moving things around. We actually see like Donald Lee being lowered over the side of the back of the ship by Owlbear. And then like Mikhail and Leander are both on the side. They've got a couple of crossbows that they had taken from lower decks and everything as well too. A couple of them shooting in, and you see one of them actually like punctures a shark, and the shark swims away. As they all kind of glancing out, you hear them like now, and they drop Donnelly into the water. He's able to kind of assess the situation, kind of pulling back up, and then you kind of notice them doing that for like a moment. As we start panning our way over the side, back end of the ship into the broken back end of the captain's quarters, as the captain is laying down peacefully, pupil curled up in his beard with his little tail just back and forth. But it's like kind of hitting the captain's nose as the captain's dreaming. We zoom in on the captain. Cap, what are you dreaming about?
I see myself, and I'm back in the vine tentacles, and I am sawing desperately at the vine as I see Aradia just getting pulled closer and closer. And when I look over, I see the beak-like jaws of this thing, and I look back, and it's not just Aradia; it's the whole crew is also wrapped up and getting pulled and pulled. And when I look back once again at the maw of this creature, it's not a maw; it's just a giant hourglass, and there's barely any sand left in it. And as he looks back down to saw at the vines, his hand is even more like age and liver spotted, and it's slower, and it's starting to look almost skeletal, and he's going slower and slower, and his beard gets longer and longer, and he can barely move. And then in the way that dreams do, he's not there at all now. Now he's sitting in a small chair, and Mr. Chainlin is helping him sit down, and he's like, "It's okay, Mr. Scheiss Heisenberg." And I find myself being like, I was a captain. I was a captain on the seas. It's like, that's right, and just pats them on the shoulder as he tries to spoon feed him gruel, but I can barely eat it. It's just like dribbling down into his beard.
As you kind of look across the table, standing down, almost like in the shadow of the candlelight with her arms crossed, is Azara standing there, just watching you. And as she watches you a little bit longer, you see her just like staring you down as she like lowers her head, shakes it. She pulls her sword out, looking at it, looking at you. Takes a deep breath and starts walking towards you. As we come out of the captain still with pupils tail hitting him, we go over to Aradia as Aradia is just curled up like a caterpillar, just like tucked in, nice and tight.
Dark.
Aradia, what about you?
Aradia is reliving in her dream the battle that we just had with the Canopy Creeper, except everything is going so well for her and the captain. So we start from, even though she is grappled, as she sinks her icy fingers into the tentacle that is around her, it is successful. It freezes over, it falls, it drops down and it crashes into little pieces on the deck as she unleashes ice spear, piercing the body of the Canopy Creeper, and finally she lashes out with her ear-piercing scream as the creature explodes into pieces of snow flurry, and as it falls down, she looks onto the deck, and everyone's there. The captain, Eek, Lockhart, Bennett, Azara in her wedding dress with a bouquet of flowers, the brothers, Katie, Di, and they're all chanting, Aradia, Aradia, Aradia. Little tacos in his little jar. Aradia, Aradia.
Mom, Aradia, Mom. As you're sitting there, you see everybody down there. You see Azara standing there in her wedding dress. She just like reaches up towards you, and she just opens her mouth, and you just hear, as boom, they're all waken to being shook awake from the rest of the crew, captain, everybody else included. And Captain, it's actually Donnelly. He's like, Captain, I know you all wanted to. We all wanted to make sure that everything was fine here. I was able to assess the ship some, but it's past noon, Captain, and I know you all still wanted to investigate what was going on with the skull. But I want to let you know that we are doing our best to see if we can work underneath the ship while all of you are gone. We are trying to keep everything as quiet as we can. I do believe we were able to drive off at least 2 of the hammerheads, so it looks like maybe there's only 10 around. But best course of action, if you all do get on one of the ships, I would suggest taking one of the smaller ones, as he pushes his glasses up a little bit higher onto the bridge of his nose. And he's just like, and try to get up the cliff face as fast as you can, Captain. Haven't seen any of Sawagan. We did see a couple of them kind of pop out. One of them did pop over the side. Mikhail did take a shot at it and missed. It threw what looked like a trident at him, and he caught it and snapped it in 2. Mikhail was very angry right now for some reason. Yes, but I know we had a lot to do, and I know you wanted me to be like your alarm clock, Captain. Mr. Chainlin has actually been... He was going to wake you up, but he is actually currently asleep. He has been practicing, he said, some of the magic that you have been trying to teach him.
Well, that's a good young man. Why do you suggest a smaller boat, Mr. Donnelly?
I just think taking the smaller one, less of a chance of if anything gets taken over. And besides, Lavinia's dream is slightly faster as well too, just so you can get over to the cliff face and get up it a lot faster as well. That would be my suggestion, yes. But totally fine, Captain.
Oh, I thought you had meant one of the rowboats as opposed to Lavinia's dream. You mean do not take the Siren song to the edge of the cliff?
No. It definitely seems like we were all investigating as well too. There are some rocks and everything that would not allow us to get any closer than we currently are. Granted, we did actually readjust the ship just slightly, just so we're not directly over the blue hole. More over towards as close as we could get to the cliff face, maybe only about 30 feet, but it's still a good 60 feet away from us.
Do you believe that there's something in the blue hole, or just that a squadron lives down there?
Well, from what we could determine, Captain, I do believe that somewhere down there, we did notice a couple hammerhead sharks disappearing down below. The waters are very clear, especially at high noon they were, and we could tell that they must be entering some sort of cave system down there, but it's quite far down below the surface. And I would not suggest anybody trying to venture that way, unless we would most definitely have to. But no Swagan have popped out, and we weren't able to catch a glimpse of some. It looks like some shipwrecks down at the very bottom of the hole, but that's hundreds of feet down there. And as you kind of glance down a little bit lower, the water seems a little bit darker around that as well too. I was trying to deduce everything, and it seems like that sort of a oxidation of water and everything. It seems like could be some poisonous water down there as well too. So even trying to get down there could be very dangerous. But we've been keeping our eyes open. It doesn't seem like anything lives on top of the island at all. We haven't seen any signs. I know that Shortstone also let us know that Inkskin's ship was destroyed here, and that they were actually able to get to another little island. We've been keeping our eyes open for that as well, but currently everything seems fine if you all want to go and investigate.
Very well. See if you, while we are gone, as you assess the damage of the ships, see if you can find a more less easily extinguished option for this evening's watch of lights outside of the ship. I think an advance warning would be most helpful. I think you're the man to do it, Mr. Donnelly.
I appreciate it, Captain. Thank you. He removes his specs, and he's like, "I'm gonna go ahead and continue having the crew finishing our midday tasks, and we have everyone. We'll have food for all of you as well. Fishgut's made some stew today, some Sawagan stew, because that's what was fed on the boat for us today. He actually made it. He found some salt as well too, so it actually doesn't taste.
Very good. Thank you, Mr. Donnelly.
Yes, Captain. As the rest of you awaken from your dreams, you're presented with some food. Everybody else is kind of up and about. Like, not a lot of people are making some noise. Like, everybody's being quiet. They're not like tiptoeing around, but just not like trying to run and throwing things on the ground. You guys have your food from Fishguts. Albert has one of the smaller dinghies ready for you guys as you all make your way up to the top of the deck.
Great.
Aradia, you feel really good. Everybody, you got your spells back. Get your health back as well too. Aradia, you get to get your health back 3 times. Congratulations. Way to go.
And it's Conn times level?
Plus.
Okay, all right.
Where do we ever times? Except for it's 20.
I think
PF2.
I think PF2 does. I think. Yeah.
You get a lot more HP in PF2. No, you're fine. You're fine.
This is my acrobatics in PF1.
Love it. Yeah. Is there anything anybody else needs to do before you guys go? You guys are feeling good.
No.
Got some health back. Spells are back as well too.
All right. Just because Aradia is a little weirded out by the dream, she's gonna check in on Azara.
And actually you go down and you notice that Azara is actually currently sleeping in her hammock.
Go and poke her in the cheek.
Doesn't respond. She's just slowly just like breathing, and as you poke her again, like you hear this flutter, and you just like right in your face, you hear "fuck off" as like pluck just like flies in your face and lands like on her chest and everything, and you're just like,
I'm just making sure she didn't turn to a hag overnight.
And she just Pluck like kind of waddles over and like puts his face up to you like this. That's his bird sign that he wants scratched. Yep. As you do that, and Yep, right. And he just sits there, and you see just like the feathers that are left on the top of his head just kind of flare up and everything.
As I
And
switch,
then
I'll
you
say,
see him
"Well, you keep an eye on her."
fuck off. Wanders back over, and and then flies up and kind of sits on this little stoop that she made for him on one of the posts.
And I'll make my way back up to the deck.
Yeah.
Top deck.
Yeah, Albert lowers you guys down into one of the dinghies. You guys are maybe about 40 feet away from the cliff face. And as you can see, there's actually, it looks like some handholds and everything. It's not going to be a super hard climb, but if you guys want to climb up, I will need some climb checks to get up to the mouth. Oh, yes, Eek.
Wait, before we actually get off the ship, I'm going to get a whole bunch. Make sure we have a ton of rope. And to make it easier for everyone, Eek is like, okay, well, if we're just gonna climb this thing, let's make it a little bit easier. And he's just gonna bust out his wings and just go all the way up to where we're going.
Sure.
And stop.
Yeah.
And then once he gets up there, he's gonna take a what is that called? A piton, whatever they're called, and nail it in, tie it up, and go. Throws down the rope. Here you go, guys. That should make it a lot easier.
Well, even as you actually get up here as well too, you're about 30 feet away, 30 feet above the water, and like I said, there's handholds and everything. But putting some rope down there is going to be helpful. But then you also see as you get up there, like a rotten stub of a wooden boom, which actually it looks like there was a contraption at one point. It seems like there's a little bit that you could actually tie on the rope as well too, along with the pitten as well, because one of these booms was able. It looked like it was a contraption used to raise and lower things into the mouth of the cave. But as you're in the mouth, Eek, you actually notice the tooth, the glittering tooth that you actually found is actually more of like a fool's gold type of thing. So it's not actual gold, but it looks like it was something that was it's actually, it's not naturally formed at all. It was definitely like placed here. It was formed into like the shape of a giant golden tooth stuck into the mouth of this. But this little cave itself, it's not very big. I mean, you could probably have maybe about 10 people sitting here comfortably. But just like out of the elements and everything. But then you also notice that maybe about another 15, 20 feet up from the mouth are the two eye sockets as well too. You can try to fly your way up inside there as well too. Or if you just want to wait for everybody to climb up into the mouth, there are some other handholds along the outside that you've got some rope. Everybody still just needs to make some climbing checks. It's going to be a lot easier now that there's also rope that Eek has given you guys as well too. You guys paddle over. You guys do notice a couple of shark fins do come close by, and one of them actually kind of splashes a few feet away from your dinghy. No attack happens, but you all are able to make it over. And if you want, there are some outcroppings of rocks. If you guys wanted to tie your dinghy off to the rock directly below the rope that Eek has lowered.
Eek's gonna see the sharks attacking the dinghy, and he's going like, "Stop trying to bite our dinghy!"
If I wanted to just have Captain on my back, what kind of penalty would I take to climb?
Well, I mean, Captain doesn't weigh that much, and you can hold a fairly good load.
A very large amount.
Yeah. I mean, especially with the Captain climbing, it'll be like a -1 for it since he doesn't weigh that much. And it's a very easy check between the handholds and the rope that Eek put up there for you as well too. Actually, Eek, really quick, give me a survival check. I want to see how well you actually do tie this down and everything. It's going to be fairly easy. See how well you do tie this.
Did I ever buy that book of knots? I mean, I hate tying knots. Okay, thank God. Okay, survival. That is 17, 18, 19, 20, 22.
22. No, it's good. It looks solid. It looks good. Everybody else? Sweet. What's your order going up?
I'm going to stay behind and like tie the boat off so everybody else can go first, and then I'll bring up the rear.
Captain Scheiss-Heisenberg, did you want me to carry you? Or
Mr. Lockhart,
you?
I'm not enfeebled. I am still a man full of vigor and ability. I can do this. I'll put my staff on a sling on my back. Okay, all right, hold on a second.
Famous last words.
Tie my rope up, my robe up so it doesn't get caught. Oh,
Captain, very important question though, Captain. Did you change your shoes?
yes, I'm wearing boots. Going with my boots today. No slippers. No,
Ready for the
no
hike.
shoes. No fancy shoes with the silver buckles. This is adventure time
Excellent,
here.
excellent. Yeah, give me a climb. Give me a climb check.
Sort of
Captain.
get my, have the rope in my hands and get one foot, and go, trying to as the boat slowly rises and falls, trying to get a first foot on the thing. Okay. Nat 20, baby, 21.
Oh yeah,
20.
Captain!
Now that
Captain
it really,
having-
really matters.
Captain having this dream about just himself aging and everything, and then Lockhart asking to be picked up. Like Captain's just like, bitch, I got this. And yeah, with that nat 20, I'll say, Captain, you actually are able to just blip, 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 blip.
Nice.
I don't need 2 climb checks. You make it all the way to the top.
Right, and the whole way up,
Nicely
I'm
done,
just like, since I can't climb a rope, I was climbing rope before he was a dream in his grandfather's eyes.
But as you're climbing too, like pupils actually sitting in your beard, and he's just kind of doing this, kind of matting and petting your beard down. Who's next?
I think Aradia will go next.
Sure.
Before she
Give me a climb check.
does, she will clutch her taco necklace, and she's gonna put guidance on herself so she can get a +1.
Mom, you're gonna be just fine.
Thanks, Taco. Oh, 19 with the +1.
19. Yeah, you make it up. Give me another climb check. It takes 2 at least to get up here. Give me a second climb check.
12.
12, totally fine. You make it up.
Okay.
Done. Lockhart, and then Bennett. 2 climb checks, please, gentlemen. Unless Lockhart's just gonna cast a spell and he just jumps and makes it up there.
No, I was seeing if I did have long jump, but I don't. First one is a 25.
5, nice.
First one for me is
Second one is a
18.
19.
Nice. And Bennett, last one.
Well, I got 13.
13's enough. 13's fine. You make it up.
Did you tie up the boat?
Also,
Okay.
yeah, give me a survival check for tying up the boat, Bennett. Make sure that you
Sure.
tied it
Oh
really well.
no! If you lose Lavinia's dream,
Don't put it in his head. Don't
14.
put it in his head.
14. That's good. That's good enough. Good enough. Yeah, you guys make it up to the top. All of you guys see this as well too. What Eek had seen before, just kind of like a big chamber, enough for about 10 people to like relax comfortably. There's really nothing in here. It's just looks like this small cave, like set back into the rock face itself. But yeah, you guys do notice that prize tooth, or that, or actually fool's gold. It's also called pirate or pyrite, I should say. That is what the fool's gold, that fake golden tooth is there. But there, you guys do notice that there are handholds going up to either socket of the skull as well too.
Is there anything else in the little cavern?
Give me perception checks. You guys want to deep dive into it?
Perception.
25.
Ooh, I want to roll a perception check.
15.
11.
13.
Yeah, as you guys are all kind of like wandering around, yeah, you see like what looks like just some like burned papers and everything. Looks like some old manifestos on it. Captain, actually in this crevice that you find a small little small chest, like this little black chest. The lock on it is broken, but it does look like it was like crammed inside here. But you're able to find it and yank it out.
All right, detect magic.
There is some magic inside of this.
Okay.
If it's a ring, don't put it on.
I will take several steps back and use Mage Hand to open the chest.
You see Captain put down this chest. Mage Hand opens it up, and inside of it, you see 6 bottles with some sort of, it looks like a light bluish liquid inside that has bubbles inside of it.
Bubbles!
Mr. Eek,
Ooh,
perhaps you
are
could
those-
identify this for us.
I would love to, Captain.
Give me some spell craftiness, please.
Spell craftiness. I like that. Ooh, yeah. It's a good one. Spell craftiness. That is a 29.
29. Eek, you've seen this before. You know exactly what this is. You know exactly what potions of water breathing look like. You guys now have 6 bottles. Potion of water breathing.
Nice.
Okay.
Convenient.
Yeah.
Very
As you
well.
guys
Have
are
them
like,
around.
as you guys are looking around, this is really all you see. Again, just you see like pieces of like maybe it looks like an old wooden chair, a couple pieces of wood. Looks like some straw as well too. Maybe some people had slept here long ago. Bird's nests with some broken eggs inside of it. Some like centipedes like crawling on the wall. But other than that, nothing else really inside this chamber that you can see.
Based on the like straw mats, can we have a guesstimate of how long ago this was last used?
Yeah, give me. I'll take nature because it's straw. It's like laying on the ground and stuff.
26.
26. Yeah, it looks like it's been years. Like I mean, it's matted. Like there's animal droppings and stuff in it, but everything just look like there's also like some overgrowth a little bit from some of the vines. And that's the other thing that you guys also see too is just like kind of creeping into the cave itself. There's just vines from the vines that are over top of Manchester Cove as well too.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's been some time. Let us. I believe we should ascend to the right eye of this skull. Perhaps you could again tie off a guideline. We would hate for someone who is not sure-footed to fall down.
Oh, how difficult does the climb look? And like if we make the climb and we slip and fall, are we falling into the water really far down?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sounds good, Captain.
There are handholds and stuff, but you did bring a rope with you as well to Eek.
Plenty of rope. So he is going to. I guess I'll use another quick little spurt of my wingage.
Eek, how about I take it? How about I take it? I'm pretty good at climbing. I'll just move it on over there.
All right. If you fall, I'll try to catch you. You're a lot bigger than. I'm sorry, you're a lot bigger than me. You know, and he kind of puts up his arm and he kind of does like where it kind of instead of going up, it goes. Pew.
Yeah, I don't think this should be a problem.
Yeah. You see some handholds, Bennett. You kind of peek around the side. It's like one of those times like there's a ledge, maybe about 5 feet long and maybe about 2 feet wide, but you see some handholds and everything that can start leading you up to the right eye socket.
Okay. Climb check. Here we go.
Climb check.
22.
22. Yeah, easy enough. It's not quite as far. It's maybe about half the distance to get up to the eye socket as it was for you guys to get from the boat up to the mouth. But yeah, easy enough to get up there. Bennett.
Is there a place to tie off the rope?
Yeah, there's like some outcroppings and everything of some of the rock and everything. If you want to tie off another piece of rope, give me a survival check, please. And as you actually get up here too, Bennett, as you kind of glance inside, the cave opens here beneath like a screen of like honeysuckle flowers. Like there's a honeysuckle flowers like growing on like the sides of this cavern, this small cavern, and like across the roof, and it looks like there's a few large bees buzzing around the blossoms as well. Not like huge, not like the ones that you guys fought before at Rickety Squibs, but fairly big, like honeybees. They're the big honky ones.
I'm definitely going to keep my distance from the honeybees.
Sure.
But the survival check was 14, by the way.
14. Yeah. You find an outcropping, able to tie it off. That will make your guys' check just to get up this little face with the handholds as well too. So just give me. I just need a climb check. One climb check from everybody.
Climb check.
One climb check.
Oh, a nat 20. Great, wasted on a climb check.
Hey, they can still. Hey, you know what? If you would have nat one and you would have fallen, nobody could have caught you. Could have hit the rocks below and got eaten by a hammerhead shark.
I guess that's true.
Is that what happens if you roll a nat one?
Why did you roll a nat one?
Did you roll a nat 1?
I did.
You can't crit fail on a skill check.
Well, then it's a 10. It's a 10.
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, you make it up there.
Ooh.
Eek,
okay.
what'd you get?
14.
14. Captain.
4.
4.
He used all of his vigor earlier, arguing
Captain,
with himself.
Yeah, Captain, you're tired. You feel your feet like kind of start to slip a little bit, but you're able to catch yourself up against like the side. And it's one of those things like you hit the side of the wall, and you're like, as some of like
with the rope, just boom.
Yeah, your foot kind of slips a little bit as like some of the rocks fall off from the ledge you're standing on and go plop 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 into the water below. As you see a hammerhead shark just like splash through like around the rocks, and the fin disappears under the water. Give me another one, Captain.
Okay, way better. 20.
20.
I've got just the foot is very slippery, not often traded here. Fine.
And as you guys get up top, all of you see the same thing. All these like honeysuckle flowers on the roof, on the sides of the wall, leading back into a cave. And from the light that you have, it looks like the cave goes back maybe about 15, 20 feet, and then it starts veering off to the left. But then you also see those big honeybees as well too.
Mind the insects. I'm going to kind of, still staying away from them. Just kind of,
Yeah. As you start like walking through, it doesn't seem like they really pay you any mind. Like maybe one comes over and like lands on your shoulder, but they're very interested in the honeysuckle. And these honeysuckle flowers there's hundreds of these things just glowing all over the place.
They're glowing or they're growing?
They're growing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I will hold up my staff and whisper and wave my hand over it. Looks, and light shines out of it. So look around the tunnel.
Yeah, looking around. You notice that maybe in front of you about 20 feet, the tunnel that you guys are all currently in veers off into the left.
Let us keep our eyes open. There's no telling what kind of trap or treasure could be found. It's been many years since someone has traversed these places. Could be creatures. Could be a lot of bees, for all we know.
Did we divvy up the potions, or does somebody have all of them?
No, we divvy them up.
We did divvy them up. Okay.
Not a lot of use if we get
gonna start looking for traps.
Like Aradia, all the potions of water breathing, and someone else falls overboard, chucking them down.
Aradia can breathe for hours by herself. Eek, you said you want to check for traps. If you're checking for traps, give me a perception check.
Perception. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Don't see anything.
I don't see anything.
As you guys are wandering down, yeah, like I said, 20 feet. You guys get to the curve off to the left side.
Is there any torches on the walls? Any sign that other people have explored?
No.
Can I check for traps?
If you want to as well, you totally can. You just did. But yeah, you can more than welcome to check for traps as well.
That's a natural 20. What do I add to this?
There's 5 traps that Eek did not see.
No, you don't see any trap from here. It would be perception.
Oh,
I said
29.
I got it, Lockhart.
Yeah.
See, any
Jeez,
traps,
what? You
just lots,
don't trust me or something?
Dang.
lots of
Yes,
flowers.
that's exactly.
There's no
Lots of
need.
flowers.
Constant vigilance. We have no idea. One man may
Man,
miss. It
Lockhart,
says alone. So.
Lockhart, you're just Mr. Sensitivity here. It's like Captain can't climb, E can't look for traps. I know I can't notice anything, but never mind. He's going to keep walking.
Lockhart just like whispers to himself. He's like, "Can't notice that words hurt."
Maybe you should.
Radio. Go ahead.
I was just thinking, like, what ups your AC against words? Is what skill helps with that? Maybe you should look into upping something other than dexterity, Lockhart.
Yeah. Do you guys continue on down the cave?
Yeah, Aradia is gonna put up just her dancing lights.
For some extra light. Yeah. So I mean, it's
Yeah, it's
so
just some extra
Captain has
illumination.
light
They look like
shining-
little tacos.
Oh, little squid tacos.
Awesome.
I love it.
Oh,
Love
that's
it.
so cute.
So
Glowing
you
tacos.
guys get to the edge of this tunnel, and it hangs a left. As you kind of peek down, it looks like it goes maybe about another 20 feet. Can't. I mean, from where you guys are, it looks like there might be some rocks, maybe a cave in or something. But yeah, it looks like it might come to an end in about 20 feet. You just see more of these like honeysuckles and stuff around.
Are they starting to grow where there's no sunlight?
I was just going to say that.
Yeah, as you look at that, you do notice that as the especially at this left turn, like it's more sparse. Like the honeysuckle, it almost like comes to an end from that. Now it's just like mostly like bare walls and everything. Giant paws.
Quickly becoming
walls.
paranoid of the honeysuckle. Everyone's like, what's going on here?
Actually, now that you mention it, Eek actually wants to go up to the honeysuckle and kind of like examine it and see if there's anything special about the honeysuckle. Like just do like a nature check on them.
Yeah, you can give me a nature check. That's fine.
Nature, go. 11.
Looks like honeysuckle flowers. As a
Cool.
bee, like zip, and just lands on your nose.
Not moving. Captain!
Flies away.
Okay, never mind. He's gonna grab there's like a handful of honeysuckles and take his knife and just like cut some off.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
kind of just put them in his pocket.
Okay, I guess we continue on down the tunnel.
Yeah.
Continuing on down the tunnel.
How wide is the tunnel?
It's maybe about 6-7 feet wide.
Okay.
Oh.
So we're doing single file ish.
Single file or 2x2.
Yeah. As you all kind of round the corner, you see from your lights, you see kind of like what looks like a little bit of a glint amongst the rubble at the far end of the tunnel.
We'll check it out.
I probably don't see it.
You probably don't. Yeah. As you get down there, Captain, yeah, it actually looks like what looks like the handle of a blade.
Is it like under the like rubble haven?
Yeah. It looks like it's like amongst the rocks and everything.
And is there stuff past the rocks, or the cave-in has completely covered the tunnel?
No, it looks like the cave-in has completely just like whatever else was perhaps in here. Just the cave-in. This tunnel has come to an end.
Well, blast it all! It looks like we'll be digging. Suppose we will have to start removing these rocks.
Well, hold on. What about that sword that's over there?
Well, it's underneath. It looks like the hilt of it is under the rocks. So if we move some of the rocks, we can both get past through the tunnel and also recover this sword. I'll detect magic.
Detecting magic. No, not detecting any magic.
It is but a mundane sword, but perhaps it holds information about who was here last.
All right, sounds good, Captain.
Aradia will start just picking up the closest rock, just trying to.
Perhaps a
move
fire line.
things
We
along.
can move the rocks back and toss them out of the tunnel.
Oh, good plan,
Yeah.
Captain.
For sure,
Is,
for sure. Yeah, do you,
are Lockhart and me in the back?
I'm guessing. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys are in the back.
So essentially,
you're
we're
watching
letting-
the three tinier people of the big five
Yep,
of you
that's-
pick up all the rocks and do all the heavy lifting.
Yeah, but I don't want to step on any of their toes by saying they can't do something just because
Yeah.
they're smaller like Lockhart
yeah.
would, but I don't say that out loud.
Well,
Yeah,
we're gonna fire
as
land so
you
everyone gets an equal opportunity to move rocks. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Pass
As
it to Eek.
So as you pull up these rocks and everything, it takes you a couple minutes, and you see this shiny sword with like a golden hilt laying on the ground.
Ooh, golden.
Come on,
So
Eek.
close.
Well,
You
Captain,
gonna
you said
pass
this
it or
is-
what, Eek?
Oh. Oh, wait, which way am I going?
You ruined it.
You're so close.
It looks like so the captain's in the front.
Eek,
then, huh?
what Eek actually does is while everyone's forming a nice straight line, Eek just kind of hops up and starts doing like and just starts digging in the
Eek.
rubble and just flinging it over his head.
Oh, yep, and like I
Actually,
said,
I
a
wanna
couple
try
minutes later,
something.
like, yeah,
Okay.
I want to
What's
hold that thought. I'm going to walk out with one of the rocks out the thing and see if I can hit one of the hammerhead sharks with it. I'm just going to toss it out there and just see if I can hit one.
possibly. Sure, throw a rock.
Throw a rock.
You throw it. Yep, and you miss.
I throw it.
Okay. Big old splash.
Oh well. One of these is like
But it's almost like
we're
if
stuck
hammerhead
in here for a
sharks.
little bit. What's that?
You actually, as you do that, you actually notice one of the sharks like stop, and like you see it kind of turn sideways. And if a hammerhead shark can look at you and give you the finger, it just kind of looks at you.
Like a
And
fin.
Gives you the
then
fin.
it's
Yeah, and like I
If-
said, it
if
takes you guys
you
like a
choose
minute
it.
to uncover.
Okay.
The more rocks you take up, it looks like this cave in. There's so many rocks to see if there's anything else back here. It's going to take you hours, maybe days, to try to dig anything out that could possibly be here. But there's just
Have
this
an idea.
Uh-oh.
I can cast Unseen Servant. That can they can drag up to 100 pounds. I can give them a simple task and they can do it. It's 1 hour per level. So he'd be able to do it for 6 hours. They have a base speed of 15 feet. They can't attack, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, so I basically walk up and I'm like, excuse me, small but equal strength and wisdom people. Just let me do something real fast. And then you just see kind of like what is that Disney movie? Fantasia. Where like the brooms are just like walking through, and so it's just like an invisible rock that's passing through. Like, we can circle back. He'll be doing this for 6 hours.
Okay, so he's going to be doing that. Has anybody grabbed the sword?
Yeah, I'll grab the sword.
Shiny sword. Yeah.
With
Captain,
my
you-
mage hand, because I'm not crazy.
With your mage hand. You reach down to grab it, and your mage hand pulls it up. Notice almost too late. It looks like there's a string attached to it as the string
Son of a
bangs, and you all hear it. And you look up as the ceiling opens, and this giant spiked log comes flying down the tunnel. I need everybody to give me a reflex save.
Oh no!
I'm technically not there because I went to the
throwing the
front
rock
of the
down
cave
at the
threw a rock
shark.
down. I'm making my way back, so I hear this happen, but I don't think I'm technically there.
Okay. Reflex.
15.
Dirty 20.
19.
12.
15. If you
What's
got
happening?
You got a 16 or above, you're only going to take half of this damage, but as this log just boom, barrels through all of you, you guys get cut up by these spikes and everything as well. I need...
Well, that sounds like
Yeah,
Oh,
that sounded like a lot of dice.
oh yeah, because it kind of was.
they're all ones, right?
The
It's a theme tonight.
Yeah. Come on, ones.
Those of you that did not get a 16 or better, you take 21 points of damage. The rest of you take 10 as this log just and careens and knocks all of you prone as it just kind of sticks into the wall. James Chew, did you just spit something up?
No,
The log
I
hit him
was
in the back of
eating
the head.
trail mix.
Bennett is gonna go running back and be yelling, "Captain, eek!" and like turn the corner to see what happened because that did not sound good.
They're all knocked down, and like this log
I
just,
get knocked
just like
down,
now stuck.
but I
into
get up
the-
again.
And you got up, and you got up again. You're totally fine.
Report.
Is everybody okay?
Where's everyone?
It's just one thing after another today.
Oh, that hurts so. Yep.
I thought you checked for traps, Mr. Eek.
Yeah,
Well, back there. Lockhart didn't catch it either.
So did this log come?
And he rolled a
from the
natural
section-
20.
This came from the section we unburied and like came through, or it was like behind us and fell down.
No, it was like from where the cave in is. That's just ceiling open, and it just like swung down through this portion of the tunnel.
Did it bust open the wall? Like we can go through it now?
No. It came from where you were trying to get the rocks down towards the way that you guys came in.
Oh,
But like, is there a cavity left over from where the log was?
No cavity.
Oh.
No, it's still blocked.
Yeah, it's still blocked.
Well, I
Captain,
still have.
either someone really doesn't want us to find what's here, or we should just call it a day
Everybody
and go back home.
Give me a recall knowledge, so a wisdom check.
Wisdom check? Or wisdom
Yeah.
save?
So it's a wisdom check? I can do wisdom checks. I can't do knowledge.
Just give me a wisdom roll. This is trying to remember something.
Or would you like a dungeoneering? Knowledge dungeoneering. That's a thing.
No. This is for something else entirely. This is just recalling knowledge.
Okay.
20.
I failed it. I got a 7.
Are we adding a modifier to it, or is it just
your wisdom
modifier?
Like your wisdom modifier? Okay, 19.
Mm-hmm. Ready, Eek?
Oh, 6.
Natural 1.
Yeah, baby.
So Lockhart,
Get them all out today.
10.
Lockhart, when this happened, and you're watching like your unseen servant like move these rocks and everything, you're sitting there and you think back to that poem from Blue Blight's embrace by the grave lady's prized tooth, with the dawnflower's first kiss climb the captain's wayward orb to claim the old king's hoard. You remember thinking about that, the captain that this was all about, that he lost his right eye. And you think about it, you technically climbed into the right eye of you guys facing the skull. That perhaps what it meant was the captain that lost the eye, it was his right eye, which would mean the opposite eye socket.
So stage right.
I thought we climbed into
So the one that
we were
we were
climbing into the
already in?
skull's right eye. We have to go in the left eye?
No, you said when you climb up to the right. To the right was technically the skull's left eye.
But we were already in the right eye. Is that correct?
As you guys are facing the skull, you guys say we climb up to the right eye. So I was saying you guys climbed up to the right eye. Said you
But
climb up
the
to
cavity that
eye to the right.
The cavity that we were in, that we found the
you are
water
technically
breathing
in the
potions.
left eye socket. Yes. You found the potions in the mouth, and you guys climbed up to
the mouth.
technically
I
the
see.
left
Okay.
eye socket. Yes.
Well,
gotcha.
Damn it all. I even wrote in my notes. We ascended the cliff face and began exploring the right eye of the skull. Let me adjust. And began exploring the left eye of the skull. Damn it, Mr.
So I will turn around and go, we're in the wrong side. We're in the left side with looking instead of being. It's over there.
You guys look terrible.
You look
Yeah,
terrible,
speaking of
Bennett.
which, everyone, get a little close.
Okay.
Get a little close. Here.
Words hurt.
Let me see here. He's going to kind of get in the center of everyone who got hurt, and he's going to use a heal bomb on himself. Cool. So 10, 14 plus my intelligence modifier, which is 4, so 18. So I get 18 points of damage back, and everyone else gets +4 who is around me of health.
I guess everyone.
Yep, not me.
And then if you guys want, I can have Captain. Captain, you get in the middle now. So
Okay.
Captain will get in the middle, and then I'll hit him with the heal bomb.
Oh, direct hit.
Okay, while you guys
Captain,
are doing that, I'm gonna find another rock and try to
You
peg
get
that shark that gave me the evil eye.
As you do, as you're
yeah.
kind of like looking for another rock to throw, Bennett, you actually notice because Lockhart mentioned something about the other eye socket. You actually see that there's a small ledge that you could easily make your way over to the other eye socket. You have to be super careful. You could fall, but there is a ledge big enough that you could start working your way over to the other eye socket.
Okay, that sounds easy enough. Yeah. So I'm gonna pitch the rock. Do I hit anything?
Splash. No, you hit a
Excellent shot, Mr. Bennett.
Well, anyway. Okay, so I'm gonna undo the rope that we tied off in the left eye socket, and I'm gonna go and take it over to the right.
Sure.
No, just
Or
keep it stuck, bring it to the other side, and then we use it as a side rope.
yeah, totally do that.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tie it off. Give me another survival check. Actually, give me a climb check first, because it is a little dangerous to go across this ledge.
A little dangerous. 16.
A little bit. 16, totally fine. You make it there. Give me a survival check. There's definitely places for you to tie this off to. As you're looking inside, what'd you get? Survival?
19.
19, perfect.
Oh,
yeah, you look, Bennett, and this narrow earthen opening sends. It looks like this pathway kind of like starts leading its way upward. But there's like it looks like there's vines and roots, but it looks like you could definitely get through these vines and roots, just like pushing through. But there's enough space for everybody to get over here. Everybody's climb check is going to be super easy because you guys have an easily accessible pass now.
I'm gonna while they're doing that, I'm gonna take out
16.
You get
one of
16
my
points
master
more.
daggers
16
and
point more. Everyone else gets another 4. So,
All right.
Aradia, Lockhart, you guys get a total of 8. Bennett, Captain, you
you.
get a total of 20.
Thank you so much.
Does anyone else need like
Yeah,
a
well-
special? I mean, does anyone else need an extra one?
Oh, I feel
Feel
good. I think we should save the meat.
Fantastic.
Okay.
no, yeah, I'll cut my thumb and put some blood on my head and heal up another 12 points with infernal healing.
Everybody, give me climb
while
checks. If
they're
you're
doing that,
making
I'm
your way
gonna start
to this
clearing
tunnel.
away some of the roots with one of my daggers.
Sure. Yeah,
Climb
easy enough.
in.
6.
Climb checks. 6. Ooh, with
Is this
the
a
rope,
new
you're
climb
like,
check or is it the same one that we had
New climb check.
that we made just now? A new one?
Yes.
My last one was
New
19.
one.
Sing sing.
Okay.
29.
19 again.
9,
What?
Eek.
14.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys make it in, and you guys all see this as well too. Just like this, this small pathway leading back into this cavern. Just like roots. Bennett's up there, like hacking down these roots and these vines and everything. After a few minutes, you notice that this tunnel climbs to a point that just below, like the how far it's like going up, it seems like it's getting really close to what would technically be kind of like the top of the mountain peak or this cliff face. The sunlight filters faintly through like a rent in the earth below, so there's like cracks above where you actually get to. And you notice as you kind of clear away these final vines, maybe about another 10 feet, past these vines, you see this gargantuan tree. It's growing down into the rocky soil. Its prodigious root system blocking any further progress ahead. But there's like fissures and there's crevices in the bark of the tree trunk, and it looks visible as the roof of a tunnel, vaguely resembling a wrinkled human visage with a craggy crown upon its brow, while the spread of roots below seem like a hoary growth of ancient beard. Almost looks like King's tree. And as you guys start approaching it, getting closer.
Perception
I'm
check for
gonna look
traps.
for
So
traps.
you're saying there's a tunnel and it opens up into a large tree?
Yes. So the tunnel, you guys are like going down into this tunnel, and it opens up into this cavern that there's this gargantuan tree inside. Perception checks. Go ahead.
19.
Gary K, I loved your comment. I am no tree. I am an ent. Perception.
I am an ent.
15.
And you don't see anything, Lockhart?
With a 19?
With a 19. You'll enter this cavern.
Can I throw up a quick detect magic?
Sure. You don't see any magic. I mean, actually, what I will say is, like, some of the magic you are getting, like, it seems like some resonant magic from the tree itself.
Okay. I'll relay that to the party.
Magical tree, you say?
Interesting.
It is an ent.
I don't know that it is an ant, Mr. E. An ant would move.
Yeah, and ants are quite small, no?
That's right. This is a tree.
No, not an ant. An ent. E-N.
That's what I said.
It's a. I thought a tree was like a living. An ent was like a living tree.
That's right.
Most trees are living unless they're dead. And I'm gonna
Very
start
astute,
walking.
Mr. Ishmael. Very astute.
Thank you.
You
Thank
walk
you.
into it. Yeah, as you walk in, this tree is gargantuan, and you actually see the trunk itself is actually growing up through like the rock face. So like you really can't even see. There's a couple branches like coming off the side of it, but like the giant, the mostly leafy part has got to be growing up towards the top side of the island. But you do notice, Ben, as you start wandering in, that right in front of it, there's a hole in front of this tree in the ground. Maybe about 5 feet, 5 to 7 feet in diameter.
A hole?
I'm gonna walk up to the tree and just kind of look at it and like, wow, thought I was big. And I'm gonna see the hole and kind of. Does it look like a dark hole? Is there anything? How far down can I see the hole?
I'd tell you guys probably still had light in your dancing lights because it hasn't been that long. Do you guys send those forward? It is kind of dark down there, Bennett.
Yeah, I want to send the little dancing tacos down.
Yeah, I'll follow up and walk up next to Bennett. Does it look like a man-made hole, or is it just like a crack in the ground?
No, it looks like it's a hole that has been dug up. As you guys walk over to this hole, you all kind of like, it's almost like you all get close to this tree, and we actually get a view from all of you. Our camera is like down in the hole, and we see these 5 heads just kind of peer over. And as you all look over, you notice that about 30 feet down in this hole, it looks like there's some wooden planks that have been broken open.
Do they look like they're broken up or broken down?
It looks like they have been, like, there are some pieces that have looked like, hey, they have been ripped open. But then going into this planked hole, it seems quite dark down there. And friends, we'll figure out what's at the bottom of that hole next week when we come back for some more Voyage of the Siren song.
It's like Lost.
Ladies,
what's in the hole?
It's like Lost.
What is in the hole?
What's in the hole?
What's in the hole?
Guys,
What's in the hole?
thank you guys so much for tuning in. Our season 2 premiere of Voyage of the Siren Song being fun. Pirates, our homebrew game. This was great. We haven't played this since right before Christmas. I missed this coming back into it. My players, thank you guys so much. I've missed you guys dearly. I mean, granted, I get to play with Dustin and Wendy a lot. on some other stuff and everything. But getting a chance to come and do this. We will have Diana back next week as well too, if she ever gets back from Columbia. Apparently now she's not getting back until Wednesday morning. It was supposed to be tomorrow morning, and then it was Tuesday night. Now it's Wednesday morning. A lot of stuff all messed up. She will be back hopefully next week. There's a lot of stuff coming out. A lot of stuff going on here on the network as well too. And before we get to that, I'm going to pass it down to our captain. Captain, tell everybody who you are, who you playing, what you got going on. Because I know you've got some stuff coming up somewhat soon as well too. A little bit.
That's true. Hey y'all, I'm Philip Rossi. You can find me at Philip J. Rossi, Phillips with 1 L. Yeah, I play Captain Trice Heisenberg. He's an old man. He's a wizard. He's the captain of the Siren song. Apart from seeing me for the next several weeks here on Sunday evenings, helming the crew, being old, getting into dangerous situations, coming up next month over at Gone Rogue will be the second season of Harbingers, which I will be GMing. Megan Caves will be a player, as will Adam Conn and everyone's favorite absentee, Diana Restrepo. So look out for that action coming at you soon. Take it away, Mr. Dustin Zane.
Hey everyone, I am Dustin Zaney. I play Eek, the Hobgoblin Alchemist, here on Siren Song. However, you can also catch me playing some 2D20 on Saturday nights here on Twitch at the DAT Network, and we'll be playing Kings of the Dirt. Also, you can find me on YouTube at the Movie Couple channel with my beautiful wife, Wendy, over here. We do movie reviews, we do trailer reactions, we do reactions to TV shows. Come and check us out, and you can also check me out here on Twitch at twitch.tv/Darth Zaney. Take it away, Miss Wendy Lee.
Hey guys, I'm Wendy Lee Zaney playing Aradia the Witch, who's so good at rolling nat ones and 1 point of damage, especially tonight. Really excellent at that. You can also catch me this Wednesday right here on the DAT Network, 6 p.m. PT, because we've got the season, I don't know, it's a season 2, season 3, I'm not sure. But the Element Discord Odd Jobs is, yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's a D&D 5e system. So we're back with Odd Jobs, so we will see what's happened, because last I remember, there were talks about Glita doing a little glitter and stab, so we'll see how that turns out. Other than that, you can find me rolling dice again every other Monday right here on this network with The Dice is Right, and help me find out how much does a Franklin cost. Otherwise, you can find me streaming various games on my own Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Wendy Lee Zaney is just my name, and the same goes for my social media, Instagram, Twitter, and all that stuff. And what Dustin said about the Movie Couple on YouTube. Take it away, James Chu.
Hello, my name is James Chu. You can find me here on the DAT Network or ChewBear20 on any of the social medias. I'm just here on Sundays. I don't have much else. Yeah. Take it away, Brent.
All right. Yes, I am Brent Horst. I play Bennett Ishmael, the fighter, here on Voyage of the Siren Song. I'm having a lot of fun here. Yeah, this is where I'm going to be for the foreseeable future. I appreciate everybody allowing me to tag along and enjoy the adventures with you guys. And yeah, that's essentially where I'm at. So
you're not tagging along, Brent. You're part of the team. There's no tagging along.
Right. Okay.
What do you mean tagging
well,
along?
You guys.
I love tag-alongs. They're delicious.
Yeah.
You guys are all doing all sorts of other stuff, and I'm just I'm here helping out. So
you have a gun.
Yes, I'm very much.
Hey. That's you mean on the channel. You're part of a crew, my friend, and
all right.
which we got a lot of crews going on this show. Yes. So this tonight, as we said, season premiere, season 2, Voyage of the Siren Song. Not tomorrow night, but next Monday, every other Monday, you can find Wendy Lee is over on a run show by Lamar Harris on our Dice is Right D&D 5e show. This Tuesday, also find Squiddish bringing in our PF2 Extinction Curse circus game on Tuesday nights. That thing has been incredibly wild. The majority of us also play in a game of that as well too, and their story is totally different from what we're all doing, which I absolutely love. Wednesday, as Wendy said, we've got Bedlam and Discord, Odd Jobs coming back, being run by Mr. Nathan Andrasek. Jared Bear, Mr. Jared Hoy will also be over on that show. Thursdays, nothing is happening this week. We'll get to that in a second. But Friday nights, you can check out Friday night show is Shambhala, which has been a really fun show so far. It's a very unique, beautiful world set in the world of set in the PF2 system. Saturday nights, we've got Kings of Dirt, run by Mr. Blake Harbor. Is incredibly crazy and wild stuff happened last night. Dustin got an axe stuck in his helmet last night. He's not dead yet. There's a lot of crazy stuff that happens in that one. And then Siren Song on Mondays. Now, I'm really excited to announce what our final show is. Jared and I, we wanted to get some shows out to you guys. A lot of just different systems, a lot of fun happening. So I would say as well too, turn up your musics and stuff, because our announcement is going to start now. I hope you guys are excited. Let's find out what we have coming for our final show to finish out, to have a total for like 2 or 3 weeks in a row of 7 shows a week. Here is what is coming to the DAT Network on Thursdays, friends. Yeah, that's right, ladies and gentlemen.
I love Pokemon.
Yeah, you love Pokemon.
There is no
That's
war
right.
in Ba Sing Se.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. We are bringing to you next week, starting on the 17th, our final premiere for the network right now, some Avatar Legends. Super excited about it. Going to be run by Mr. Hold on, I got a big echo because I had. Going to be run by Mr. Eric Frankhouse. You've seen him. He was actually in a Choose game that he did at the end of the year, like beginning of December, for 10 Candles. He runs so much shit over at Norse Foundry and also over on his channel, Eric Frankhouse Presents. He's got a great story lined up, and the next couple days we're going to be telling you guys who the cast is. We're all super excited. I'm pumped for this. His story is going to be absolutely awesome. That is rounding us out for our 7 days, friends. So, Dice is Right, Greatest Roll on Earth, Odd Jobs, Avatar, Shambhala, Kings of Dirt, and Siren Song coming to you all for the next few months. Dat fam, I love you guys. I hope you all are super pumped and excited. Check us out. Our next show will be Tuesday night for Greatest Roll on Earth. Love you guys so much, and we will see all of you next time. Bye, friends.